ani nanso ediama wo samfo panyi na wo ye ankra wona saka semma me na akokora ba nya ako abro ne ma me so medena konye brum na medi mu nam na mahoyi me so reso dia na Atumpan dwumadie na eto so fisamre a enkopem so no nkono bebo ne de bono hine baafo wo de bonus betra ne nkonwa kese mu na for de Atumpan dwumadie so ato so enne nkoma ho pa enkoma wo do ehye free oh my god amna hye video film ni nyina no eho ne beso ne koso na empanyifo ni ntiri ni twetwe wuro o mabene e wo mankyekire mu wo betra se na afie di o man ne ho nkomo odomanyamfo eye lawyer mpo kwese kwaten wo beba na afi wono so de no onya betrege sanse homansu ansam de eho do so enda haro na address wo komara se fie mu wo koka ansam eni nina no papa be ya no e de amayen na no firi hono so a eno de munyamfo Mike wo kire ba fi MP new dwabin sat papa nso baba na afi atimi adi nkonwo enti mo wode ya no mafidi ne nka ha ya Asaasepa ha ne so kire pom yensa me ma mo ani tia ye gime so wo kudonto makraw
Mofia Moke Radio Agme 107.3
Asaasepa
nke jeme ubadwo to enme
follow who no rule
onye igbeson 247 onye
Asaasepa
enyumanyum
minyamumpo
107.3
Asaasepa no
me obasima me huye fe ahunde papa ne hiyame me de na fale clean me de bese se na lady clean eyin kabo ni frahim fe na lady clean ye fa ubro ahim fe feel confident with na lady
obesime bia e de nafa lady clean esiesie na himfia e ma woye hwam eyin kabo ni bia me obesima minimnia meka masashe mekuru di hu adanse anana na meboa
odoyampa sisi ya mema ye tama mano
feel confident with Nafa Lady.
0268 229862 and I say 0240 982592. Kaise, akwada wonyam finche dumienu ni oba onyem enyusu Nafa Lady Clean.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by FDA.
Why na kai? Why na ye? Why na shay? No one cries in the day. You're grown to send pimpin' a hot topics, hot gossips, near trending, personality interviews, my bigger phone call, and it was swagging trade. Wayne pimpin' dear co, dear ba, dear boss, pimpin' siwa. No crack, I drink trade, pimpin' 2 to 4 p.m. Women in the Biara, Shiame, or Bomini Bananifia, and my bigger phone. I will Pempe Siwa, Asaasepa 107.3. Pempe Siwa, Sau Bomudia, Assembly Kessie.
Mofia Moke Radio Agme 107.3
Asaasepa
nke jeme ubadwo to enme
follow who no rule
onye igbeson 247 onye
Asaasepa
Enyumanyum
minyamumpo
107.3
Asaasepa no
Atumpan Chenia kasa Atumpan Chenia kasa Atumpan Chenia kasa Atumpan Chenia kasa Atumpan Atumpan Chenia kasa Atumpan 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 Cheniakasa. Atumpan
Saya boni din covet in some walker. You bet you know Boise Cacrania didn't come out through. Yamabusia Shade Mabusia Yako Boise. Nipabayan son Tim. Omunati and another one Seado. As a credit Nippon Kono 9. Wow. Yes, but a free baby a free. I told him now take Munko. Now, sorry, so would dear Chira. Besides, I will call the same. I told him now, Yamanipa be inside Tien, Instigate my Yako Yadia. Yana had dream pa. But I encourage her, can I say, they said, Yasumjeka Kraba or Boise, and then Potamu. And Grand Castle Muko School, you're close to down schools. About your winning come up in Yedi Nanumray. You ever heard this hour in the Cassiano about Boise? And who cause social media handles no? And some truth for be Casa. And who can be this hour in no Abba? Because as some of the kind from them, never toss Muno, I will impact Cassiapa. And to be a young way the impact of what we say on air. Yes, yes, some trouble from Quadia. I told them be a young way the impact of Adiabia Yabeka. Because do one and Omu Gidia Wemu. That is why yeah, the fourth estate, another fourth power. Me sorry says I'm sorry about the campaign Juma de Bebro. And watch about 20 lines no campaign Juma de so. Now so opportunity be. I beg your former trustee, I know embedding common and Ray. Honorable Michael Chebefi, MP Madisha New Driving South, former Deputy Minister, Trade and Industry, Lawyer Kwasi Kwati, former PRO, Minister of Education, Honorable Transfer joining me. Once again, we didn't put in about for no man set producers na crowd on now to Jando. Emmanuel Hemi Akokroba Yakwa Bronoma, technical man on duty, Emmanuel Jacomeda say. About my main fuck at the pain to my dim row. Maybe see ya.
Atumpan Cheniakasa. Atumpan Cheniakasa.
Right, ma yame hwajo yame hwakwaba. Emra so say yade kan pain juma de bro. Ewa Atumpan juma de so. Eha Asaasepa 107.3. Afen wo beke ho a. Medin edebo no hene ba fo wa.
Atumpan Cheniakasa.
Me pa mo set microphone here ma me na. Anwren komo ho. Yebedin komo. And yebedin komo afa de asi wo boase ho. Samra me no kasai nipa enkono 9 ena afrimu ewo boase. And sa nipa ba kokra wu a eye concern. Ebia na wuo no ama wabusuam. Ebia na enye wadamfo. Ebia anya wukunu. Enya wunua. Enti wadwene ba o se na nipa wu a na ye den. Nipa wu a na ye bibi. Because we are talking about nipa ba ye nkono 9. Ti nkomo na me no di no. Bebre prepra Omo mu pra ye e bia na obi a breadwinner e wa abusua no abusua se bofo no atofom na de ba ya asade we si ye no wodwene ho a wonte ase sa ye kasa ye tenase ne ye de mra hye ensam ekom de yen enti hwi yanko na de enye ye dia yanko fa for Christ's sake yantimi nko ya nimi so man wa wutie meti nkomo no untimi nsɔre mfiri fie sɛ wo maame anu aduane enti wobi kura ba akɔnhoma yɛyɛ n'aduane no ɛkɔm de wo wode mmara bɛhyɛ nsɛm na wɔbɔ awura nipa ne fie sɛ n'aduane wo kodi
ne ka na da hɔ no
ana wode w'ani akyerɛ wɔbo ase a agrogodfoɔ no ɔma gye tumi krataa o ɛna ɔmode yɛ adwuma ɛne ɛma ɔmo concession enti woyɛ babunu na wɔbo ase na sɛ sabe woni adwumayɛ na ɛkɔm de wa ɛnyɛ obi concession a wagye no ɛna wode mmara bɛhyɛ wo nsɛm na wakɔ hɔ akɔyɛ kitikiti matu account
woka wie no so wonte ase de ayɛ wono headache
adeɛ wɔ hyɛ aseɛ for the past 30 years ɛna hyɛ aseɛ ayɛ nofo 2023 kora bi san si yɛ mabunu di asɛm a twobo ye yɛnkɔ angro good hɔ na yɛmfa tumi nhyɛ yɛn nsɛm na baabi a ɔma gye sɛ ɔmo de yɛ adwuma no yɛso yɛnkɔ na yɛfa magudie yɛnkɔ to bi but yɛde saa deɛ no yɛ adwuma nyɛ yie ma na yɛkyekyere no ɛnyɛ sɛ wosɔre a deɛ wopɛ bia na woyɛ ba deɛ kɔɔ so yi sɛ wokɔ social media ɛfiri ɛtɔ da bi a nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ no yɛdi Ghana wo too much adwuma no a yɛyɛ no yɛde bɔ Ghana fam but nka yɛ adwuma a yɛyɛ deɛ ɛyɛ adwuma a nka ɛsɛ pagya Ghana yɛtenetene Ghana na yɛma Ghana foɔ hu nokorɛ ɛne kanea simple
ne ka na da hɔ no
because mmerɛ bi atwa mu na GBC enjoy monopoly yɛka monopoly a wɔno nko a Ghana Broadcasting Corporation ɛno nko a na ɛyɛ adwuma enti aban ne ka asɛm kɔtena ɔka asɛm a finito obiara ntimi nka bi obiara ntimi nkyerɛ n'adwen 1994 Charles Rekubrobe baabi a wobi amekyia papa nyame ma nkwa ɔmo sɔre gyina ayɛ sɛ dabi yɛntimi mma GBC nko anrane ɛba sa kabi ma menka bi a ɛwɔ Ghana no na sɛbe yɛtiatia so ɛnti nkakrakra wɔde radio eye Charles Rekubrobe wɔde radio eye ɛbaeɛ wɔde ba wieɛ na private radio stations almost started some baby in kakra radio stations no ID can buy yet from 1994 obano na sabin sem hunu bi wo ho mu ni professional ethics no mo de ye adwuma because radio no pillars me ensan sa ye be informe asem si a ye be ka kyerɛw na so watibie ye be educate bibi koso a ye be kyerɛkyerɛ na so wahu the right thing ye be entertain owura ho a enuma ye bɔ ne kasa ye ka ye de be kyekyere owura na wonya ni je kakra ɛwɔ mu baransan radio adwuma na ye no ye de saiman no nipa bebromanya BP ebi wa radio stations ka ho presenters ka ho ana nipa bebranya BP okuruma because we tie radio no a enoma presenter na wo radio no so ka no enya noma eboaman eye noma ehyeman
Atumpan
anya yenko ane radio presenters ya bagana wo
Genia kasa
ya wadi kanfo bi wo ho ma be radio ni bi sanity na mo de ye adwuma decency na ye adwuma professional artists no mo de ye adwuma kwasi prat mo penso kwaku baako mo pɛn so pav ansa mo pɛn so ebeneza kwaku ɔmo pɛn so kofi kumsen mo pɛn so ɔmo bɛyɛ adwuma no bi ɔmo yɛ adwuma no yie baransan tam presenters aba yɛkasa yɛka asɛm no watra ne yɛto agu hɔ
ne kaa na da hɔ no
na yɛ incite amanfoɔ instigate amanfoɔ yɛhyɛ amanfoɔ kutupa ɛnoɔma ho ni mfasoɔ ne yɛka kyerɛ ghanafoɔ kyenkyena akyɛ mu nkɔyɛ because yɛnyɛ microphone yɛka fourth estate anaa fourth power no a yɛwɔ asadeɛ sɛ yɛyɛ biribi de som ghana ɛnyɛ sɛ yɛma yɛ fourth power no nti no na deɛ yɛpɛ biara yɛgyina radio so ne yɛka
ne kaa na da hɔ no
tape bi na mmɔnten so and yɛarestricte me kakra na nka yɛbɔ tape no akyerɛ wo sɛmtwerɛ ne ɔwɔ ghana timi bie na no ka sɛ mmabunu no monkɔ ɛkɔm de mu a monkɔ anglo gold na monkɔ yɛ deɛ mo paa you pause and ask yourself say wei wɔyɛ nsɛmtwerɛ ni yɛka trɛmɔ no a yɛde ka asɛm no ɛtwa kyɛn se kan o probably bia na wonim kɛtrɛmɔ no a yɛbie yɛde kasa microphone mu no ɛkyɛn ayiwan se kan ɛyɛ sharp ɛna asɛm no woka to mframa mu wie a ɛte sɛ ntakra wagyina aborɔnsan so no wagyaa mu woka sɛ wotɛsiri anaa wosesa ntakra no a ɛnyɛ ne nyinaa na wobɛnya mframa de bi bɛkɔ ɛna nkurɔfoɔ na ɔmu tie no wɔgyidie wɔ yɛ mu wɔman no wɔgyidie wɔ mu wɔman no de asɛdeɛ ahyɛ yɛn nsa ɛnti nipa na wɔgyidie wɔ mu no woka asɛm a deɛ ɔbɛka biara no wɔkɔkɔyɛ ɛde sɛ woawo ba na de ba wɔ fie na de akora na kɔ skul
Atumpan.
ɔba fie no aka asɛm akyerɛ no ɔtumi ka kyerɛ sɛ me teacher sɛ ɛnyɛ saa because wɔgyidie wɔ teacher no mu saa na ghanafoɔ wɔgyidie wɔ nsɛmtwerɛfo mu but ɛbi sɛe adwuma no
adwen kɛseɛ so da yɛ adwen ketewa nte aseɛ
woyɛ nsɛmtwerɛni na wobɛka asɛm a where the impact of adeɛ no a wɔwoka no sɛ adeɛ a mekan yɛ adeɛ a ɛbɛboa man ɛbɛma man akɔ so nokorɛ wɔ mu montie tere yɛwɔ kurom asɛmtwerɛfoɔ binom montie tere nipa tere nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ tena kurom ha ka sɛ gyagyefoɔ ɛbɛkum mu na wonya microphone na wobae sɛte wa no hwɛ ghanafoɔ anim na woka sɛ gyagyefoɔ yɛnkoku wɔ mu a na wɔman no ɛyɛ wode ana asɛsɛ yi this time wobie radio atɛmdidie nsɛmhunu asɛm na nipa ɛka no koraa no nokora nim so ɔbɛka na media houses foɔ no bi wɔ hɔ koraa mente ɔm ase ɔmo nyankopɔn ato ɔmo nsɛm a ɔma bie radio stations no ebi mo ha mente ɔm ase company no bi wɔ a mente ɔm ase
woka wie no so wɔnte aseɛ deɛ ɛyɛ ɔno no headache
yɛtumi employ obi a yɛntumi assess nipa no yɛntumi control nipa no
ne kaa na da hɔ no
because of sika a yɛbɛnya because of nipa no wɔ numbers because nipa no de advert ba show no so enti sɛ nipa no wɔyɛ adeɛ bɛsɛe man ahye man a yɛnya no na ɔni nsɛmhunu saa nkɔ yɛntumi nstampe authority na wotwa poma na ɛkyɛn wo tenten a that means sɛ wonyɛ serious media houses no mpanyimfoɔ no ntie sɛ wotwa poma wokɔ nwura mu yɛtere kora se panyin wokɔ nwura mu na kɔtwa poma na poma no ɛwɔ kyɛn wo na wohu nyansa sɛ poma wɔ ɛmɛtwa so a na wonyɛ serious because poma na wode nante nti ɛyɛ sɛ wo na wo control poma no ɛni poma no ɛna ɛyɛ sɛ control wo na journalist tumi bie na no kurom ha ka sɛ ɛkɔm te mo monkɔ angrogod hɔ mo so monkɔ pɛ adwuma monkɔ didi wɔ hɔ bi ei na saa journalist no ɔkenkan concession no wabisa sɛ ɔmo ɔtumi kratɔ ɔmo de yɛ adwuma anaa mɛbɛtɔ yɛyɛ nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ yɛnyɛ ɛmmerɛ so sɛ yɛka nɔkorɛ kyerɛ yɛn ho
ne kaa na da hɔ no
sɛmtwerɛ adwuma no all shaping the minds of the people wadwuma no shaping the minds of the people all shaping nation no all man Ghana agyina ne naa so That is why from 1994, Radio I buy sana be GBC monopoly no ye betwam na aban ne bibi abetuma straight aban no.
Yeah, true.
Uber police aban no na aban no ye adwuma asade ye safata se so wo ye. And no man ko ye a uber criticize constructively. Bra so many penny je, woman penny je, who inform who educate. One thing I like about my producer, executive producer, Nana Otujando. And num crowd about radio, so no, will make sure say a numwa a carry message and young quasi message.
Atumpan.
That's why I done quasi numbi and about radio, so sabe. Yan you know one no in summer womb, Nuntunino, the choice of words, diction, yan you know, yet say yan kurun near Burugumsa.
Me need time to waste.
Near Polutu Ghana for working, but they can't catch us. Me man and my baby will be people and radio stations can home. Because and one man nippani beer radio consume, you know, and young woman born nipediano and born is soul.
Ne kana da hodo.
A kum nippani soon.
Jenia kasa.
And Tim Rasso. Say yan some trophono, ya be can of cratcher yan who yahu, near tea and who yahu say, none no mabia, sabi aging jine, I am one. You be trust what radio so. And I and Kasa tuntum we nsi wo boase. Nipa 9. Nipa 9. Oso ya babu na tie me. Anya sa wo tie radio na presenter BBN no. Ko hana ko say. To boy mun ko anam ko say na e dimirika ne de kire ne ye koye. Sa presenter no sabe. Ukona tuo kan wa enka ne ba. Enka ne bi. Ukona upra sabe mpreduasa. Ade achi asa presenter no a wo hye okutu pama wo koye sa wo yeni no. Onu adwane mro hospital ho. Enti ye tu anamo bi ne ye noma bi a ya nwene ho mpre no. Ne nyan se presenters bi wo mo a ya mo oma be te se de kakae wo yenso wo man Ghana mu.
Atumpan.
Ami atwete lines no betima join me sesi a on 057 777 1073 057 777 1073. And what Honorable Michael Ochirbefi, MP for New Drabin South, former Deputy Minister, Trade and Industry, or Haloya Kwasikwati, former PRO, Minister of Education. Also, hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Maybe I told you about out here in Kafri. Abayi Batunen Yanko.
Money at my power, we have one. Captain Smart, the Mudan on your
About Tojina, they don't pagina, ye mammy. Meto Yanko.
Captain, the Munan on your lawyer, and I'm left one at no dinner at that time. Nothing on Unquan member or Unquan.
Right, Mr. Meda, say hello, good evening. I do certain coffee. We didn't be at here in Cafe.
I'm free upper west at your.
Okay, my radio certain coffee from Botun Yanko.
Yo, there was a punishment where you are Ghana. I go go okay, and then on my FM report, I said, if I think, and it's on my FM, we are quite think. This is 3 years I do with my young one, Somala. No, almost yes, your mind, yes, for it, but so it's only the master.
Mr. Meda, say hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Maybe I told you about here in Cafe.
Good man, Joy. Go
more about Cordier.
Oh, go more about Wawa Daloma, or two could not do it.
About Botun Yanko, Botun Yanko.
Ada NDC for you. I'm sure you're by a rebel group. Magic good Jonathan, Nigeria, never be example. But share over there, he say what I can, maybe what we call that. At the apple to memo. Nimpa, and you are doing journalist bill today. Nimpa will know. It's more than the mama walk along. Oh, I said, the Nimpa proclaim where we pay. What they owe, choose owu. One cast I tell what you. ɛhu sukuufoɔ aduba no wɔwia adwuma wei no wɔkɔwia ne wɔkɔwia afei wɔakɔto mmarima yɛda captain smart ase na enyim ya.
Abirabiri atam deɛ mepacho. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
About you baby ati enka free.
Na sami ni emi de.
Ese konkro about you ni enko.
Yeti o mamu hana. We IGPC wache osu bempa se wa professor. Ndi memu ya omo ba baby omo se ni am IGP o se onte ye. Esi akodu obuasi ankofo wu di ISMP for national and normal sorry. Say ankofo wu and normal sorry wo man mu hanu. E dey na enko to pray.
Right, but I say hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
About you baby ati enka free.
For better for where station.
Abayi about you ni enko.
Yo, but I want say ade na cha ase na nsefo tu ho na mo e kan ya. But akoya say yaba na yaba. Omoboaye ye koka omode baba ye so eno na ebedu bi edu yo makwa koka embema mba de baka ne sempe inform na nsi from IGP o ma na homre so na ekoso sa ye nim de echiri abesi o ma ne mo ntimpe inform sorry
me da say hello, good evening. Me ba cho di ba bi out here cafe gina ye kakra ma me pa cho gina ye kakra position hu ye kakra ma me odi ba bi out here cafe. Hello, good evening. What's your name? Hello, good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Radio Saturday, what's your money confirm? Mudin baby ati enka free.
Pacha fa mama kama.
Radio Saturday confirm what you need enko.
Yo, papu si asiye. Jumadi o di wanga na hanu. Hu papa. Papa we onka hu sani mo we entumu a atete wontuma. Obi bo wudin kan wo se ye bo wudin no. Na owo kwan so na wonam enyo bia na ebekuno wo no anenu ma asam na ebekuno na hwane akosu NDC for ntuma from na system because of their violent parties no so ma kwadia makodi baby a enye nyame ehwe wo mpa ame ehwe wo
right when I say hello, good evening. Udin baby ati enka free.
Efrem Kwaku from Bon.
Ada from Bon but you enko.
But on my ebeya efrimini wow on my yemai baby akọ nti mo me hwe ye ho so ye IGP on sorry go baby I want chintum
Me da say hello, good evening. Me ba cho di ba bia o ti enka free na nwumre yi. O di ba bia ti enka free.
Jo pass me customer alias Apoto.
Aja ba cho ni enko.
Nyamashika mwaneki mafamu. Oka sema na kama kuma. Ni odo mi NDC ni fet. Oka sema kama kuma. Journalist ni say mami. O de hwe de ba ko hwe de ba ko bi ka wo Otumi station. Say be to aba no, sama be to aba no. O say NDC be to second day. Yes to up to 1 to 8 na yes to second day. Pastor sani mo ni nyanu first room. Then is president Mahama. It's sanu. O hwe de year. O hwe de year. Military this animal, the leaders of war, what is some winning? What is some leaders in when the most authorities to any fan? What is some yes, I'm putting the basket for leaders military.
Right, hello, good evening. Baby ati enka free.
Ono hene be maba kope.
Pato mami tro freaking tampo, bono botun ni enko.
Bono mabenda wase. Na misha alungwe ni eduma powerball. She ayana mebisa me kase. Ghana hawo ensenkyerefo bi ti se mo a nka Ghana e be yinhyira pa. Na ya tena ha omemu ha one journalist etimi tena radio so. Na otimi kansen kesi a eboman ebukuro. Na IGP ti wo na mpanifo ti wo. Na peace council ti wo. Na everything was na obi at why you di as a captain smart na papa isi o kan sama ebo ma hwe ni so so akofa beduru nti na sere Ghana fo ya be sere mo hwe obi kan sama power grid to famo and the enipa na awuya and the waka apani ho adi o but akra na afere won Bible say don't na me so into dian be ba no onye bu no nyame hye oni wadi mapa
Mesmera say hello, good evening. About your dream, I'll be at your cafe.
About your friendly focus.
Focus.
Casa of Fanco Barrier.
But you know, uncle, Bonnie uncle.
Mapiao. Now, Captain Smart. When you're not in the Ignace, your Cassa, your Pambama, one cow. One cow, Nasabi, and Simi, and Arjo, and Sophia, and Mubi. No one you when you cry, one cow, now Kutupano, share boys or bossing so Munkodi, Quasia Samuel. Casabio, see a Casabia, Yeminama, I'm not going to fight a 20 Bibia. I've already chairman of my peninsula quarter committee, and yes, Cassaye, Wahenba, and Cassaye. And wouldn't they walk out to smart work off wire force and panic. And the Midmanusi, number of Radin Pasa, and Radin 194, and you can't whom you from Como again, the Radin boy, a better. Give me the radiation.
Miss Weda, say, call us in the doors, but no about Tassi. I'm in for last to call us. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Brian.
Maybe I should do my beer tea and coffee.
Yeah, I can feel phobia because African command.
I can feel about your new uncle.
Yo, did come a member about Let me see Safia Mohammed, incoming women organizer MPP. That means MPP, Mammy, Utiopa or Cantamanto. When you can say, I would say, here to about the Bobekaya. So you pick you. Not in the money, a good your sugar free, and my Obian Kashi. And then, it's only bit to you to say, Mumra. And when I have to pass them to win by a Casagala for them, Mommy and drop my Andy. Then this is a party here to trust them only up to a water. Two, it's the Ghana for no party, the amount Johnny, among only party papa to MVP, is that 2028 about them. Only Namia.
Miss Weda, say, I'm in for last two callers, Nafi. Yen Como, appropriate time, best activity lines, and I'm what joining in. It asks, so what kind of name was Asaasepa 107.3. Maybe, see ya, maybe. But your man about Cosway, war anime. Yanamon to your Casa and here, and a better baby, I ever cost a woman. O man chichian about Kufon to the dam for. I know Sir Quantona day, my dancer boy, you bedrew one day. Honorable my coach, Fiatana say, and my super Janima this year new job in South, former Deputy Minister, Trade and Industry. Lawyer Kwasi Kwatebe joining in. Former spokesperson, Ministry of Education. Everything come up. Appropriate time, you best activity lines and I'm Wabeke. I feel Wabeke one. And yet, Atumpan deal was Asaasepa 107.3. Your cantonment, Jolata Studio near Wa. Yes, someone named Remedy at the Bonohene Bafo. I because I see Anna Memma on Abuajo. Nafe, yes, starting Ninkomo. Assassinate 8.5 for Kumase, me patrol Oti and Car, Yamwajo, Yamwakwaba. Assassinate 99.7 Tamale in the northern region. Assassinate 103 Cape Coast, Yankee FM Sampa. You better must say, Sir Munina, no more fire, no more tea, and Regana who don't tea. Honorable good evening.
Yadukuna Mira.
Na Bibia Bokodia.
Yamiadumpa, now where?
Adumu, constituency to say you.
Nyankopon Adaroma, we are still on, trying our best to organize ourselves. Near and organize a party review. And TBGD says, see, New Job in South constituency, Yamiadum. Nana Akufo-Addo aban any edin the constituency is very stable. Yene NDC 40 year the any issues be brave. One or two skirmishes BPP, but
attacks any be maho.
And yet so extreme. At least one or two issues be, but you know kasa pene almost slow down. It is so far there. But like I said, Kofodia, I can confidently say we don't have a problem here or but your party is smooth and now we are very focused. We know say you lose elections until the next phase is to recapture power. How do you do it? We have to now strategically set down or regroup.
Right, but what me I assessment kakra wo new job in South. The entire party ma omudo party omutena fi say yemeto aba.
Me say answer kwana bi kan kasa me chia Kofodia for mu tie me nyina me say Kofodia de ye station here.
Right.
Kofodia for tie pa new job in South say Kofodia ben ha na mon crofo no so fi Kofodia nti.
Okay.
Enti asem ho a wo say tene say me gidi say sa. That's my own opinion. I've said it. I've shared it with a lot of people. With many years before, I interview me. Messi Wayno, it was a very spiritual attack. Great one.
Spiritual attack.
Me, that's how I see it. It was an attack, like so spiritual, and if you me who say a bloodbath. It was maybe I don't know. Say young share name ye, and we took things for granted, and I say. Politics na near you know under it is systems be enti the BCSC makache me Kofodia fo nyina na me party fo nyina se so bo no Kofodia de no mfa mo me nko on fa mbo bia on fa mo me
Kofodia de ne mfa mo
because ye ka se de kokko bo bi ya ne be diagnose yare ne pa ne ye ka se we kan bi after na de toko bi aba enti pam no twa no me say Kofodia hu issues na me magia to me na maye bone no numbers are into because the difference between NDC and MPP Kofodia over the years now has always been above 20,000. What is more, Kofodia and baby NDC you collections. I'm going to be 25,000. I'm going to be the Biamica. Max are a number of one year cost of pioneer be 1 year. And the cramp no be our nim who say, okay, numbers now. It means that almost increase your vote, you know. By just about 1,000 votes, which is not too much, because your votes are it decreasing here declined by almost about 17,000 votes. Now among the cost just about 1,000. Like I said there be a kana pollsters ne analysts any very say polka watchers can say young crofan kotoaba. But said the young kotoaba minimum say me part obi onim me bia nim say
but you who says sad we beba a man for be better fi omuntu aba because baby na Dr. Alhaji Mahmood ba mi abeko bia no na hu edom eye MPP dom
enti na make say do job in South e bia nyame a e bia make say bia nyam na me ho a
nke bia mu
lusu city no because then this me constituency target years of meji and so they did everything. John Mahama was there twice. Even 1 week to the elections, though, and a party in Penifuna, Pablo, who was my friend, was always there. You think no more organizing rallies, some organizing walks in Yama. And say because me have been a politician all through. Oh, I did student politics. I did student politics with the money. I did student politics with Andom Pre. Many of me student politics. Me student politics the famous. Many of me student politics. These are my friends. Game no, at game nothing. So I took it, said the BM friend, World Cup, and we did everything I was in the pie BM. That's but said the canon. Okay, say, say we are postmortem proper. What here? Okay, say we can. Where I say, where I say that will create a lot of issues.
That means as a leader,
no? Re-elections. That's a leader. And what I did was that straight away, your friend, constituency meeting, just 1 week after elections, your friend. Meeting, executive meeting, you executive meeting, my friend assembly members who in a meeting, my friend electoral coordinators in a meeting, my friend party big wigs, in a meeting. Then, and I make a show me as a man, I may cause of the defeat. You move on. So what we have to do now is just to sit down, regroup, and now do the needful. What will get us the power again? Because say politics, you know, yeah, elections and a political victory. They be because it's two sides of the same coin. Wow, coin no, any politics no, win or lose any two sides. So for me, losing election is not anything serious. I mean, for us, all bit yeah, but the elections don't quite when we never lose. And elections, you winning, you taking part in election 2000 elections. We did, I mean, extremely well at that time. Students, you know, Dambuchi, and the Ekoko share voter students, or I Juma. So we won elections 2008. I mean, we thought we were going to. That was our time. And then who's the ripe? Do of age. I year politics ye pay lose elections. Because we thought when we win that election, we had won that elections and then in the political heights. We lost. It means Ekuta Party Juma the day from 2008 to Asaasepa 2016 to see win elections the back. So we believe we say what we have to do is do the right thing. And the right thing is just regrouping, uniting, forging ahead in unity. I blame apportionment. Apportionment, it's creating a lot of problems. Now you're so focused. Parliament, your numbers are not so. But say me cano. One can send this if one be trustee. Now what I say trustee and kakran. But they may not say it in public. But one who say we are giving them a tough time. Oh, you have your numbers, you have your way. But we also not.
But you only have a say.
No, but the point that's not all about politics. Yeah, politics. You're Ghana high. Yeah, advanced democracy politics. Yeah. It's a homegrown politics. Yeah. And you know, politics. No, you can even win. You can even do better when your numbers are only 5 in parliament. Your strength and strategically how you position yourself is like marketing. Now, the brand or product or service that will turn. If you position it well, maybe say our SMB. Say now will be where and will be a huno. Maybe that question. And you know, it depends on how maybe believe we say your numbers need to. But if we're able to come together, unite, sing from the same hymn book, dance to the same tune, ya kwa in a kubum, ya dream boom, openibia and so be the jobi, ubi and so you'll be bonnet. I'm telling you, we'll capture power. 2014, we knew we were going to win it. 2016. Because the end is for us of February. Last year, they didn't know they had won these elections. Because polls are never bang now. Very, very independent polls. As you want, numbers are high ahead, but they were not winning. But 2014, I was working then with the youth wing, very active. Now me winning. And me GD say, what we have to do now is to come together. You have assembly anche, you have assembly sinche. Sana politics. Obia ni why politics? I will lose election in Yaji.
Yeah.
And go for when more almost 30 or head almost 30 to total. Your mama promised us, say, by our China, no form of the government, 14 days. But I didn't, you know why? Because Otifina no appointed ministers no in a position no na mere ko when they be over me chain when they be over me chain when they be commit when I say okay you we be kwa into both first in the year no and for the party the you can't do things as well. Now the party has to be involved.
Okay,
don't have it so break madam you also time please they say time please how to get the numbers back, you know, because also where my system ministers, system ministers, cabinet ministers, other ministers, and regional ministers, deputy ministers inclusive, 60 year trial. You the problem be I am so with you, but obey so no much channel. Now Orienso, ye enchibia in upper markets, and me no can 21st, yeah,
or
20th market. Acha, bear 3 months. Unya form government, you government transfer. Acha 3 months. nkɔfo mɛtata to bɔ park so repa
and this for na
ɔmbɛka kɔ gyina meka MPs no ɔmbɛka gyina park ne kyɛ to bɔ park so ɛna meka kyerɛ MP bia me ne kɔ Adom TV ano pɛ me say say nkyɛ a lot of them ɔmbɛta to bɔ park so because 8 years nya agorɔ atena fie na wadwen yɛ sɛ wokɔkɔ wini MP na ɔbɛgye appointment ɛna wawie na appointment ne ama bi na wadwen because madamfo bi ɛka kyerɛ madamfo bi a mebisa sɛ ne yɛ adwuma ɔso ka kyerɛ m sɛ ɔno ɔbɛbɛyɛ minister for trade kɛsɛ ɔno tibine ne yɛ adwuma like wɔme kyekyɛ deɛ ɔnyɛ ɔte yɛ ade abɔ bi din ɛne na sɛ ɔtena me fie sɛ bɛyɛ adwuma bɛyɛ 1 AM no kɔso timi fie ɔso kɔfiti bɛndɛ me sɛ wobɛndɛ me aban no meka wo bi no madua boa wo so it means sɛ sɛ yɛyɛ nneɛma yie ne yɛka ho bom ne yɛ make sure sɛ yɛdanse to the same tune ne yɛka ho bom yie a I am telling you in 2 years MP won't be a kono or Ghana. Okay. Because promises that with Mama no, they will not be able to fulfill them. And so this is just by the way.
Right, but I'm for binom and maybe such a question baby MPP ni bi a Michigan and Nadine come say. Ebi suggest say MPP baby a drone here strong decisions. Ebi say there be reforms in here. Ebi say there be yes some painful your take on it.
So my take is very simple, and I've been very consistent on this. Maybe I do know we have to regroup. Consensus building is very important than BBR. You agree saying yeah boy, you agree. It should not come from or emanate from one source. Say we can we pay. No, I don't believe in that.
Party members in
you take decision boom. Yanka say be delegate systems so now I'm wine on your MP down to us.
Delegate system, no.
I'm telling you, for me, I have always said that yeah, it's not the best. Because me share delegate on Tikromo, on Yajuma. Delegates, you find you are up in 2 months near transfer no Fikromo. No, I could be a Sefi. Sefi one on your party, Jumada. And so meeting be a baby, I'll see if this can a man. It's a we are delegate. I said the way Yami.
What my lawyer constituency.
So, and that makes sense for
me. Constituency.
For me,
but we are meeting you.
I'll make a child. Let me also my student politics are very, very involved. My party politics, my corporate politics. I've been a corporate person from a junior person to a general manager in proper corporate. Must be a public sector, Juma, and I'm about politics in front line. Into the American made them experiencing too much. But be the private sector, student politics, secular politics, and now me frontline politics. And I'm telling you, because on him say on the transfer no, and the Yakotoban were winning as police station chairman. Or Ojanoma police station. Or electoral be. Or constituency be. Sani pano, ya to abani we ya and transfer no. Ya transfer no. Eko maybe Ochin Quanta na Buntori ase. Ebi eku atroni, eton fani ko atroni. Ye didn't ko atroni na ajensuano. Oti ajensuano ye polling station chairman Kufudia New Jabin South. Enti every day biano si ekọ New Jabin South constituency meeting na anase ekoye iko share polling station executive sa. O say send nipa no ni ho. Enti yefo ne sika mane no. Yefo nye mubo efan send no. Ye de ye mu asɛn no kwan benso because o see your fan send no one fan send no as a matter of fact me experience bi Okufodia tos me experience bi Okufodia last 2 weeks and one of the police executives can adwin train and it was good the feedback ni
say why did they
o say me na me in charge of like so unim but or a police executive but don't take Okufodia 4 years ni until me na me police station, me in charge of Nadmo, me in charge of Maslock, and I'm mammy, I'm manning his Caribbean. And he, Sammy, Yambi Piamica say, and I make a police station executive window, or no on Ticofodia. And the Yako house was on Kobe. Yako party you on Kobe, or Nim party in some, or Nim dynamics, even police station on the party for Hokonim BFE. But any power will ese the biano ye meeting bia ever this can send no and I said they repair Maslock and me me so be in charge but or say me be in charge the person or can kusini say or say at least onya bi o se yeboa no yeboa wo kan menso ye party you won nya bi o ye kwa hoso onko ye party meeting onko ye community engagement onka ho bi party ade bia onka ho o dia ne se o se party ne moska o ba na so be to ba na o police station executive no o fi ukro ba bia o ye djuma no o ba abebe ye politics a o be to ba o se sama uska na de ba o se ma uska nsa enti party djuma no ye ne say that's the problem. It's ama politics no I ding. Oh, I say it's the maker say. For me,
delegate system no.
We have to scrap it, but we cannot just scrap it because somebody has said that or say so. Or a lot of people are saying it. We should have a serious consensus building debate. Yeah, engage the party no for the ground.
That means you're a professor committee as some crowd.
Because you way there. Because you're getting here. I see who the effects, both negative and positive effects of that action. Say, so na say negative effects then when we agree, we are for it. Me say 2014, 2012, no, the party was so united. It was unprecedented. I'm telling you, the unity of the party, no, and 2014. When they been at this time when there will be a party no unconform no you also discipline no at this time
Samre am here unity no Samre and
I said this is the time you be party you have never agree na party no numbers here the really party no me political godfather me political godfather here one pair from time he political school he has been my godfather till down than Poche than Koku Poche
yeah
I say in politics I say we catch them when I was a student. Na me student, me politics. Na me did 20 years. No, can't watch me. I say, politics. No, it's a numbers game. No, can you? I say, Kofi, politics is a game of numbers. Last week, Oshia MPs. Last 2 weeks, Oshia MPs or Lisa. No, he said the same thing. Or can the same thing? Or catch them? I say, politics is a game of numbers, and not just numbers, but positive numbers. I say, we have to say, what is the game of numbers? Debbie. Positive numbers. There are some people out with negative energy. Because a lot of other people who were pissed off or who were angry, who were whatever, were not happy with the party, decided not to vote for us. And yes, and some of them even paid money. Send of one trefugee and trefugee and cocoto. We party ni.
Party ni yes, come on, party ni send cocoto.
Saturday na yako polling station elections. Now we lose the in a film. In a film, the end your man queen. But your party for a can account. Sadi power a positive number. And the ode negative 5 plus 5. Answer negative 5 plus positive 5. So Damboche has always said, when I started doing politics with him, when I was 20 years or catch years, I will say, politics is a game of numbers, not just numbers, but positive numbers. Positive. And the
Jimna one is a so some cracking.
But when we suspended Afuku, you suspended Afuku, any Sami Crab, any Japan, you really elections. What are you talking about? Amabuzia was part of that arrangement of Oyinufim, and who said they would not have the party. Why did she do that? And on the party, at that time, when people even tabled that motion at the National Council meeting, the president was not there. Then Akufo-Addo, he was not at the meeting. When he came back, he was angry with Asaasepa. So I don't know what takes that decision. But that decision brought sanity to the party. And the party, people brought their positive energies, and we were able to marshal forces to win the elections. So politics or winning elections, not just having numbers. So, see, I say, some people will be a minimum. I'm a party, I'm a party, I'm a party. So, I'm board meeting, party board meeting.
MPP, so MPP board meeting.
We say, in the politics, I who dream, I meant to be uncommon. What's that? I'm serious. In the first, don't go for say, I will tell you the reality. I'm not afraid of you. Because politics here, politics here, two sides of the coin, lose or win. Asa,
drawing.
And your ocean power many pie casino and your political figure. I'm telling you in confidence. Me carry in hand. I lost my mother, my only hope in life when I was only 15 years. I didn't have hope. But then, maybe my father, and then go on and me from say. So I tell God, say, hey, God is the only person on the pet and no case of what we service now. And they would want to say, oh, political godfather and do being casa. And as a pennyful way, I send the whole, yes, I send the whole country, but say party no abonting. That one, I don't subscribe to that. I told somebody in there, Obia Oye former MP, our test more casa, me send the last message. But your Kofu media house be Akaswaka. Na me forward man na o chichire mu na me catch say my 7 notice there what you mean because my start active radio from and I no pay my catch say so when you say no better then that will be the end of our relationship because I'm going to go hard say kana say won't because see party ni nyina dia and na yen nyina say bika frache na kufuado on every kura no my opportunities. Opportunity, very good opportunity. Albeit I was a big boy. I mean, at 29 years, I was doing well in corporate. I also be a nyabi. But Akufo-Addo giving me the opportunity to serve as CEO of Ghana Free Zones Authority from 2017 to 2021. Also gave me a different thing altogether. And to say, why deputy minister paying? Your minister have more opportunity to grow, and now minister have more work for Akufo-Addo. And Zadia, and me boy for party no.
Or sign Lucy.
Sadam me boy for party no.
Honorable and the Apia Kubiana.
The Binyan Nameka.
Okay.
Baby, oh, and to be a method Yakasa. Because the point I'm trying to make
wasn't here.
Because politics, we are doing politics. Yes, sir. Until I catch the BS share. Even more buy and answer on be first time on be deputy ministers for the first time. We be a 1 term panel. Maybe no more TV for some by deputy anymore. Yeah, near Tikrum. Near big boys that. We're living in town near Tikrum. Answer what appointed me CEO of Ghana Free Zones Authority.
Now doing that.
Near big boys that. Obi Nimibia. We're doing well. But the point I'm trying to say that some of the people don't buy a new one because I was working with the president. I was always in his office. Before, from 2013, you were closely until I was always with him. And I thank God for no one. Maybe I know on my cousin which be maybe I know what I never almost traffic room with the more back room. And then maybe I'm what no compare be out here nano. We know to be got out. I said no. It don't mean being crucified. Say, if you need more opportunity beauty. No, that's for me, that is not the way to go. And yes, sir, politics here, no. And when Bass Mama, Bijidi said, I was seeing the idea come back together as a party. We have to forge ahead. You say, you lose elections. Hey, see a lose the poto, see a lose the papa. You lose. The most important thing is say,
you go back to the drawing
board and correct our mistakes. Come back and prosecute the campaign and I say, I bet you because me 88 numbers parliamentary too much for me. As far as I'm concerned, because we're not going to joke. You have more pressure. Me can't yanko pons otosro. Send this for one ton. You have more pressure. Man, because yes. Let me catch you. What are you using for parliament? We will not give them space to operate. You have your way, you have everything. That one is normal. But we will also capture the place I with you. And we will be the ones that whatever has it happened in the history of Ghana politics before? It didn't see that. This is the first time in the history of Ghana politics under this constitution, idea you 1992 constitution. Proposal review I for some go review. This is the first time. President Biaba, President Nindu. In the 2 weeks, near Iman Hontor. You see that? Okay. President Biaba, a man of Tanga Crasso on Omega 6 months, 3 months. Nana Kufuor by 6 months. But what you what other human eyes man na. Besi so jaguru sa on never kuze. Ye the president so continuous. It will be so continuous that they will not have space to breathe. I'm telling you.
But I want to believe it's a very constructive criticism.
Very constructive, because we know what we're talking about. These people are our friends. And we are enough for. We have been doing politics with them. Enough for them. I mean, some of them, when we were in corporate, they were coming to us for money. Because of student politics, they'll be maybe a major. And I use student politics. You know, in me, the enemy did that. Maybe my boy, I mean, and Tabi boy, we boy, who never cram boy, into the me home. And he see enemy who are sounds on your bit.
Okay, of course.
And you know, correct. Battle. You who am so more bad. I know me a big boys no more. Almost no money. Na and no omunya hwe obenya bebre sabe ka fracha kwasam kwa no Ghana let people know say na we no munyo bia enti no onipa onya adwuma da be kire bia onya asane mana onya ahe. We are now coming to show the world. Ghana must know. They have to know what is sacrifice. So wo onya adwuma da me obi am say na me ye adwuma. Everybody knows. Obi am say na me ye adwuma na me ye adwuma wa na me ye adwuma wa na me ye adwuma ha obi anim. Nti me twika we obi nse na me twika no ye me call ye manifesto meetings 2014 2030 manifesto meetings me call ka me twe no obi ehu o mo mba o mo me bia me te no obi anim wa ha
ntenya news bi o
na obi eba me office be di eba meetings ne ma mba so they see me o ni me say me te nya news but ngofo a omo NDC o mo nya adwuma da ono nya adwuma da obi anim sesa ngofo no onya adwuma da Onya Jumada, but or 9,000 or say 1,000 or say Sankophone Ghana must know.
Okay. Mera se lo kwasi kwate ya tena se. Mame nko le ajo.
Enjane nye so grab de me nua bani honorable Kofi Bafi. Me hu so fire say da o.
Seba bi odro ni braba.
Ani braba. The last time me ne share in person say na yenye o yonko ba ko bia makwashi di ye ko no office ko chia no sabre appointing no foforo mu ho na ho no say office ko to na very calm na wasre na obusa me say mo te say dia de na waje kwan kama na ye ko na me say da mu so fire say da entu say me hwe di am so nice e say ni braba say de o sika no na we de ma me fa kwanya so e mo adwo na menua pani honorable Michael Ochebefi ono so we wana adwo kese na mema atiefo nyina so adwo
Ghana so da mase MPP da mase because adwuma no enya better 4 years o
I say before say bi obro esu ntema no wani ye dey eye kokko
That's right
na no wo ha na we afro ade say we ranking member of education am say there be no be so ye. You want to feel relevant. I want to feel relevant. But the most important principle, they say the menua penny Michael Bafi kano. Me buy we answer na menya adwuma pen. Me we school me train fie me answer na menya adwuma. Sabre ye no wonuma edika jaye. Ndi akwanya omunya eye adwuma party no na ye ntimi nya asa. And I always tell my friends and my colleagues say, you see the few things that we are enjoying from the party no power no. We should be grateful for it. Because the point is, in practical terms, and by virtue of association, because me Juma 2021, and by recommendation, me Kwanya Dr. Duchumia de Equia Juma. Sabin 28. So, and of course, me go through the student political. When maybe the USAC president at the very young, I think number 24, we school traffic akra be adwuma. Sebio bro, they be amekase. Baby me expectations. I was say me pese me drum me nu ho. That's baby na me won me hoso me ni ho. Enti ni nyina na say nipa na nkasa no. Wa ba hwe ho no why gratitude and why grateful to sebi nyame obo wo. Eni akonya kakra we dey. Unyae no. Azuma ye kan lesson ho asem ni abatoi. Me na me ka tell say na no afidie so na me tra ka say enipa be 1000 no mo wa ye contractor one must yen kotoaba because all contract 7 years and ratify and permanent no nti bo so me 2005 and so no say ni pakro no 4 years time they be do na come out then no ono asa the party ni beba
ono anya 2000 no
o say so no ai me eda me say one day me
tru no ana no beto
one day me tru book ho na meka me salary na me je Ministry of Education but every day every blessed day they be ya na nkofo di atem they be ya ka say when a party loses power all assumptions are true
yeah
so party be lose power some obi abeka bia ana ba fi na anya na dwuma yi ana kwasi kwati na anya na dwuma yi ana na ado na anya na dwuma yi all assumptions are true ana mpanifo ebu no be say bi o ka tima ana ma ya dai e kire o ka atwi na so so tof mu abo bia ya dai ebo ni bi ulusu elections are and I say me ti where me kasa for politically exposed person keke na me no me ankasa me no minya say president ma appointment say me nkoso mo ha me ko edi betata me say me ka ho bi ne say eh na me modu sa and I always maintain the yeah ma recheche ne say be ebru me ya adwuma enfie me nsa me life mu nya ma ya adwuma enfie me nsa e bia me ka say enfie me nsa me nya kwan ye adwuma no ho president appointed how many a friend say agencies, CEOs, ministries and agencies anyway. Directly or indirectly, Obia was spokespersons and PRO. Kobia timi yi ni hu anim ebe ye adwuma se de nyina ye bia na ka party no. Se ebe lusu kura kan kwasa. Anti ebasia me de masem me kan say adwebro. Kasa no adoso. Ana semesi, ana we na anyewi, ana we nya anyewi. Me, if you want to do a real value analysis on you within a space of 8 years akufo adubai ya, fa pen ne paper. 8 years now to him. 8 years ago now to him. Me the senior 8 years ago because me in school 2018 and by GMPC and by national service. Sabre a diamond can ko ha na techi here. Honorable. Me ko imidwade wi a me ko adwaye na chi sei. No makoyi nsuo no matoagu. Asebe na oka no. Me dwade sei no makoyi nsuo no mayede makotoagu. De bia me kase se ye me mabra bomu na sebi ebru emfie mi ensen. Ade abrante so otimi ye ma no hu bia watima ye bia ma no ho kra na me from ani nto kra me nwanom nkwara wono mu efie ho ba nyina obi atima kwa secondary school am obi akwa university because me philosophy ni say si etimi keti kwasi kwa asema akoma akudu no mu ofie ho a 15 years time ohia ebetu
of course
asem ni nyina no
right honorable Kofi Bafi suggested BB say delegate system MPP do away with it like yenyai na obi any opportunity and to ban be work contest oko premiership we do one na yadwin yen hwe national issues
the mechanic say I think these are maybe even be different views for be a wako be a win pen and obi so akwa anya dey when win initially na me say one more mko mu win no kwa dey common complain because directly no if you man benefit omo but I say omo kra so no they have issues with it and media the mechanic ni nyina na say e nyina mfantue hofo na nye se total elimination kwa na ya say scrap kwa na e say creatively ye pe kwan ye fa so ye dey e ka ho asem de nti america sa ni hwe aba ye to no in the space of 8 years no me da Asante Achim be example me fra Asante Achim North kojo baaje me fra Asante Achim North Dr. SK Frimpo ya no wo Dr. Bawumi office ofiri ho abo papo onu zu fra Asante Achim North ana MP na ankasa ono bo ande apia kubisu ye dey ifra Asante Achim North ana Dr. Asante esu fra Asante Achim North na nim de me hu trend me hu in a space of 8 years na obi a wa ba mu bi obenya bibia na first point of call delegate because obi a pese wode ne nan ye dey ejina yie e wo party ni mu constituency because obi a ni mu ye dey o chana sem na die tie wo mu ni the danger is say me nya GS appointments ma akoma kwaduanan in the space of 3-4 years me nya akwanya work with Ministry of Education me de chani nya ma delegacy dey ema ya pra kunya ebia military enum a odne nyina ma delegacy ma enti be kofie bi mu no na delegate ba no ono a ye police wo ho ye immigration officer wo ho ye wo teacher ye dey wo ho ebi ko esa Ghana ga staff ba ko sa ye dey wo ho ba ko fo ma wo ebi ana na ba ko no wo wie so onya dey onya adwuma no kra so no or selection e bebe no obenya adwuma na ti sa kai se sa afi no team no other 200 houses a etwa ne ho ahia no emu 190 MPP for e wa Asante Achim North we mu hu de ekoso ye hu se nkwa ba ko police we ba ko ha we ba ko ha
now no so de ba ko he
wo de ba ko he enfie na na bi wo hwehwe adwuma ye dey amane ba the sad part is say ebedu ye election prime minister na say nipa ma bodi nyina ebe ko bia ya sa akopɛ bosia asa kɔma delegate no bi a 5,000 each nti baakofo bɛfiri hɔ no so ɔplay neutral game na onye obi asika okura 20,000 na ɔsa akɔfa no ɔma gu ne store mu ɛnti woyɛ sure sɛ ne nkɔfoɔ ne hu woyɛ sure sɛ 8 years time wokɔ saa ɔma maka no hɔ sɛ nipa yɛ nipa o woyɛ ne dɛ asɛm bia ne ɔmaka because wɔno 8 years wonya ahwee ɛbɛyɛ bɛto aba a ɛbɛka 1 year ma yɛakɔto aba ɔyɛ primaries baakofoɔ saa akɔnya 20,000 na 20,000 bono ɛnkra ne yɛka ɛnyɛ sika o wokɔ yɛ kurom asante akyɛm no ne adeɛ yɛka 20,000 ɛyɛ bi hyɛbere yes ɛyɛ bi hyɛbere ɛnti woyɛ dɛn woahwe a ɛho bɛba asɛm but me this is my proposal in as much as say be a delegate system no yɛka ho asɛm no I feel say a year free hɔ no so no we should not also be hasty about it me and true homemaker na nkakra no yɛbɛtumi ayɛ ho biribi one of them yɛ opening up sɛ obie mama nipa bebree ayɛ dɛn abam so obie ma nipa bebree join ya me constituency ɛyɛ nipa 600 no wo target o mama mu sika ɛyɛ na yɛ very easy but say nipa 5,000 undi mo musika sika de ba mo
2,200
what I said mo kwa de mo bre MP amudi MP so asem ho what I say
we were crab or branca
yes at the first be asante ache constituency ye sure say a dominant MPP no see I was strong and proper registration and mechanism I betima apeja to bear 10,000 ɛyɛ na sikasɛm no wo de mu obi kura na motivation e wo mu no entimi influence nipa crossa ama enne be kyerɛ nipa asmesi anasa obenti ayenye dey yenyi no the second aspect is so am DC no on the delegate system ne say fa say e be collection enyina enim say sebio amanyosem enye even in doing good we do good to look good ade awiase bia there is always an interest nti asori da kura adwuma kura interest ye dey wo ho sebio se e bɔ mpa kura che nyame e bɔ mpa ye sum nyame se nyame be dey e be chai nti one other way am dey no see ne say senka delegate system say 1,000 delegates kra na at the end of the day no say kofa forms so say ebia fanase bia an amount of 200,000-300,000 about for the forms yentwa to a flat rate part in decided from the national level say each delegate across the whole country no ebia mo bia 100 cities fa ka beto aba e batwa no kwama mum group obi anto no electoral area because say obi te say obi anya 100 cities enya ne ya say wate say nipa kwakonya 10,000 onu nyina adwan ne party kro no oh say the beya delegates so be hu say na adwuma no enye sikaseme say asante achimabu so obi say adwuma be no oyo ka tem so you delegate me say adwuma be no oyo say na adwuma oyo delegate yes oyo professional delegate so and let's find a way yeah they be water down the impact of the money currency in monetization because large and no and no koba boboma sa be this whole concept nkomo aye di on corruption because offense back of it way wompo ne less lesson so odwen ho ye to abama wo ne na wi ne the next lesson so odwen wa bre
What can I do for super?
Make a chairman call for the funds never.
But almost so do.
You said domino.
Where is our second term? Udi 2 pound.
You assume Kobio.
Where the breaking news? That means it though. That's how
even President Graf from your home. So what?
They will maintain that because who said who was a topic? I want to care some career public. Kobio.
No,
be a crime to you.
Let's maintain. I just say the moon trying to make.
Make before answer. You better to abano.
Now you for no casa still now.
No. Be to convince me. I have taken my own decision.
Why that decision?
I think I can still set the party in a different capacity.
Okay.
I just see make us a politics. So if you be oh if you be a ban, maybe I me nam. Now was about parliament.
Okay.
And my plan was to do maximum 2 terms in parliament, so that at least that would be fine.
Right.
And so that's what I decided to do. You know.
Right.
For parliament there, me 2 terms.
Right. I feel no abeke why Asaasepa 107.3, Asase 98.5 for Kumasi, Asase 99.5 for Tamale in the northern region, Asase 103 for Cape Coast, Yankee FM, I was Sampa Bono, Yabeda must say, Honorable Michael Chibefi, I was has and a lawyer Kwasi Kwatin on so I was but Brakofi say, won't could you? Nipa baby. Rock quickly every national issue.
With the messenger or qua Unsrami. I am mantle.
And Tom Fanco New Job in South and
there you job, some Santa free. And then soon Saturday may be 8 Juma. But always Sram and I'm found Coma Santa. Say, sit there, ɛyɛ offensive too and to conflict of interest be any ɛyɛ offensive ti kyerɛ na ɔwɔ hyira me sɛ mɛkɔ papa on the
I think
offensive right quickly yankɔ boase ne yɛhwɛ arɛhosɛm a ɛsi wɔ boase as of now formation sɛ ka ne sɛ nipa 9 ɛna ɛwu ebi kura sɛ ɛboro 9 no ɔmo mo pepra ɛna dɔɔso wokɔ social media sɛm trophy obinom hyɛ mabunu kutupa sɛ monkɔ hɔ kɔm de ma monkɔ hɔ na monkɔ didi wɔ hɔ but the big question is sɛm tro adwuma no fourth power ye use power ni ye de course wo isa ɛna ɛsɛ kɔ so ana I'm starting free honorable Michael Ochibefio
you mean you have asked me I think obuase asem we dey na maka ho asem bebre me makasa bebre radio stations bebre so ɛna makasa enkoye dedi kan emabusua ene emma ne obia yakɔ ɔmo mahwere ɔmo adɔfo asem ne ɛya asefem ne ɛma yem sheba but no kwasem say you to be reverse no asem ne yesi asem ne ebesi ne yesi nti de ebe ka kire abusua sɛ madaroma nyame a ɔkyekyere pare ɔno anje kyere mo re na nyame nkuta man we can say we are masaka bi say tie abusua me oboase matena hope because me godfather I want to know or no it man good ashanti that time from me swaro matena hope bebre nti me ni hopa na me ni ho asem na no kwasem ne say eniba mienu na me blame wom e was asem me kasa makanya na
oboase case no
oboase east case no case this oboase east case no asem no omo a blame ye de bomb nipa mienu ye di kan journalist they told me a politician and the politicians ni journalist momada roma and oboase ntop
ya da roma so a politician
ya da roma asem kase o minia
of course
enipa enkro edunum me ni suja pania na ho na kasa e madam fo me ni mpanimfo bia kasa me ni police pania kasa me ni papa is security person my godfather no or a former military major entino me na no so kasa no so security company o komo panel security me ni mpanimfo bebre akpon komo enti minim se no kwasem ne se de si ye no obi na mbivu ye abusia mu tie o ye kada bia about irresponsibility no mo hwe I thank God say mun nyina mo editorials and mo ye ne fine wo journalist any media house it me accept this kind of journalism way onipa to be gira ho me say nche bia no de ko be fiase aka organ ha na be hu we yamfa nye yansete obi yanye obi as scapegoat ne ya punish na I'm telling you o try nyem ho ase wo be so yaka say yenko president Muhammad fie yengoku no na nipa nyina disu no ngoku no
sa no hu no
abara can happen onipa no tumi asore be gira television so sabe ka frache akasa asemwe owie no hwe videos abanyina ye nyina ye hu NDC 24 NDC women organizer NDC national organizer NDC communications director or community officer sango for me in way very irresponsible. I'm telling you, I don't stand to be corrected. Very irresponsible.
Sameja fi Joseph Yamin ne Hanabisu.
Dabi omo constituency women organizer.
Okay.
O say constituency women organizer the video no. O say make constituency women organizer na make asano. O say president mama mo ano no win election video no ho bia hu. Ye win election ya. Ye nya win election na no. Mfo asoso. Mfo mo touch, mfo mo bia mo nko tutu gold.
Obi concession.
Naga na hamrani ha. I say and then my follow comment this and then me Paul radio no straight away. Me call me private office me view on me coffee. And I me hwe TV me take comment no biaka. Obia ya no blame Ghana forces for. Obia no blame them. Why we blame them? Why are we blaming them? Blaming Ghana armed forces for. Say and armed forces for and go for no but obia almost some evidence about later. Almost says ye committee in trust. That's all ye very good investigation. Since the camera no, I bet you say whether they tolerated them for a very long time and I said, me and we should hear.
I'm told to say omo di nkomo chair because security for now on kroma
I'm saying no according to information I'm it. According to the man, also go for to be pim no we obviously your phone down.
One sorry.
Just say I said no say
also was testing for one.
Pim no down. Down. So the new ko pim no no kuta you. Say me ka frache. Your institutions aka. Show political party bia ni wa ba what denigrate institutions. I will Ghana has NDC. You say my judicial system that took at them team. You just say something. And they got them. And they got them got a kakapa. Sad drain na yo or don't a drain no. Judicial system them. And them.
I tell you what you want.
NDC for their tomb. Because no judge is respected in this country. NDC is other room. I'm not make a chow. They don't respect judges. On which justices are, look at the kind of utterances on passion here. A very distinguished judge. Our body brave in her own right. Sabi Kafrache, on your mafero, the way they disrespect her. All the judges of the Supreme Court. 107.3. On the attempt you man kosha drain or don't drain. On the police you man kosha or don't drain. Some of the military koshem. Omde say soldier you want koshem we say cream. Ghana ha obi na mo be kutan grante. Ochobi ti say kom no na ho. Police team cheno. Ko ye go adwani nyina. That's what the NDC want. I mean party way ebo mai. Sabi ka franche. Me say. Show NDC Obuasi East Constituency Women Organizer, National Organizer, any communication director. Omensa we omnomia responsible and media general for ne responsible for assembly. Obe you man. But sank of a win. I'm about within you in some investigation no yan frank of a pa and I know the outcome of the investigation minimum.
Outcome the better.
Outcome be say you be Ghana forces for you be show. Over market anywhere.
Almost some team make sense no.
Over market you be show. Me one video never bontino. Asema Yamika obi atie mpedifo kai asema kam je fika yete asema mo fema the current first vice or no former military man okay yete one of the kai yete all these people on kaso mo kai nyina no I hontie mpedifo tie security analysts and security event say consultants and niama NDC for omno me da bia no consultants no NDC for pe no mo hwe obuye Obian, all the security consultants, even say independent security analysts, majority of them, they dance to a tune of NDC. To be a Casabonti, Sanko Fumuri. 107.3. Even say West African Media Foundation. We are bombarded water. That they will not criticize the media man. I'm criticizing the armed forces for. Why do we treat our own people like that? The question is very important. Obian beside, I may say also the beside, and I say, "What to fear?" Now, who they are holding any brother to fear? No be a bull round of fear. So I'll be kum. Now say, "Oh, kumina men konya you do kumina o fagoje fans." Na me de bi ngu now no ye no mamu so ra muni na munko squad pa. Na me migre enya widow. Where's the mesa? Debbie. Boa. The armed forces, no, all bit the which is not good, but it was for self-defense. Almost to tono because almost in conform, they couldn't control them again. That was the only way out. Now conform,
but maybe should look at then the paper ambassador will be concession say yes, you could do the
I'm concession to you. Almost certification. They have certificates from Minerals Commission, any Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. And you know, and I him for no because I cried, whatever. The kind of investment that we are here, extractive industry, no, which is the part of the real sector, no, and the Magana Ejra. What is that work? First year, no, on for Nipa 30,000. Second year, on for Nipa 2,000.
Anglo good.
Anglo Ashanti. Company, Nipa companies, Ghana have it for the Nipa. Do you know the kind of investment they put there? On the schedule. So these people have come in and it's come a short mine say boa mo minor koso ana o ene Ghana phone call any young people na ba no and this for that romantic almost say kole koko bo de ko obi ko say kwa say no na fa bi enti akono akofa no say no na kwese an nkofo bisa e very honestly this say sankofo no ag for no modjuma ho na kan the local content policy Ghana no me my Ghana free zone Spain enti me nim sa policy me tiase too much and all the exemptions policy what Ghana under the Exemptions Act idea juma 19 Exemptions Act 2022 Act 1038 clearly we are 13 14 15 sections no I can't by exemptions and they also more here to get the exemptions and they have put in so much money in the system and local content act no say I was some fan for more if you chronom
okay
any from rubber bano some baba ye juma from you bruni baso me juma Ghana ha e also bruni no oyo bia na juma no bia ntimi nye and kran 1 year 2 years also to no be no to be take over and you know so they have given a lot of people the opportunity to work and these people are there on pay no say NDC for say mo say put me ma John Mahama winning elections na obi anko ba bia mo ko asase na mo ko and a journalist also came out on live television. Media Foundation for West Africa. No. Ghana Journalists Association. No. But Opochna, my media man, I say Opochna, Obi, Opochna, Mobi, and more media man as much. Ocha, Opa, Tazameke, Opa, Opochna. So that's a media man. Now, Bonasum say, wow. Obo and Ghana Journalists Association, sorry. Hey, media freedom. Media for more freedom. Any freedom. What kind of stupidity is that? It doesn't make sense to me at all. I mean, absolute stupidity at the highest level. Let me catch you. You can say Kwasema. When in Kwasemu, you are Secretary General. I'm telling you, it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, business, my brother.
Brankovi.
No, how can you tell me, say, on no media man, I am born assume, on no right, and we are suppressing and attacking the media. We are this. Now, on no customer money per uno. That is my no. What's your customer channel?
Your kind of money per
So, but you know, kind. I mean, you know it. Ras Mubarak, I simplify the crowd on this wall. Why did it is here? How do you media war?
Me say some Arabian police for inviting us.
By this time, long ago, and GJ, Miaminia and the president, but I also issue statement. Media Foundation for West Africa.
Guess what? Condemn.
But I'm Obiang and Kasai. Me say Opochna. But Obi sorry and pa no both journalists be asumuha. Obi Media Foundation for Africa. Hey, media freedom. Na media almost freedom. Any freedom. What kind of stupidity is this? It doesn't me say as someone make sense in and say we are saying I say a military man what Jana Irene Sana Mahama, young Mahama or bunk of Mumbai and more to shadow so
Major Mahama
Kukuno Major Mahama young man Kuno Nere young man why widow Nemba Hey, the Media Foundation for West Africa, the GJ, I mean, these people. Okay, what do they do in this country? Me say we have to be very tough on these people because me who say Ghana no, ya here, Mraya Tombregua, Ghana. I say, hey, what the hell? Me say, a whole chief justice, heredship, Oba, and this is for Simon Kaka. I'm not to engineers said that for police. Say the police there. Says police for whom say oh na man take for choose police for mama
a man for attack police
police for they are but when it become when you know when it becomes too difficult for the police service also bem why nas Ghana Armed Forces of Makano and is one person ko say no mo boa and they can any we will not allow that to happen today or tomorrow. I'm telling you, we will stand firm behind the Ghana forces. Me say, Opa here, I'm here. Me and where madam say me. Wait madam. Me say, Opa, even see the outcome of this report. They will implicate the Ghana forces. Some can flash and Quasima, a course where we are saying go for Kenya. How can we run a country like this? It must have been said.
But maybe she will say, Bracofi, my court lawyer houses here, but me she will say, Nipana will cast us, say, no crown at the buyer, a media house, a one paying for her. I want to mean control now.
But and what now can I was enjoying your editorial. Because I mean nobody can say it.
Oman run as part of the editorial, all their platforms.
And pay
all their platforms. Oman
and topics now discussing we topics discussing.
None of them. Almost stations, none of them.
And pay topics discussing. Now yes, we are why. Ah, Omami now so ada. One
come better.
Yet because the more you time, we see a time. For me, just your air cost time. And it's high time Ghana, sorry. And some of us will not sit down for these things to happen in this country. Say, and never say, Koso, me say, Media Foundation for West Africa. You say, what gonna have Media Foundation for?
Yeah, you Sule, man.
Sule. Sule. Maybe I will be out. Who tell me? One winning Sule Mukajeno. They know it's more to be Kono GG. Don't for. The echoes ote. But or chance is here and be both journalists as and media freedom. Yes, and the media for the more freedom will be the only freedom. And the Ghana Armed Forces for them try on ever attack you. What?
Obi say, I don't know Michael Ochirbefi, Mayor National Organizer, MPP. Obi message on the no. Bravo, see, may I heard you, Bossy?
I was say, me take you a free or double. Na a book castle. I'm say, a Nasan Papa. Me de ya kokese amabusia. I want more Bossy. I'll mushroom at this year. Na ye ka kwanya obo asenko because abrebi abehwe nipa ekope paadie a won mu free nkronkro bebre so no ebi kura na nyom nyina na ye dey ifro obo aso anopana meeting one of the reports also won mu call soldier for them ka so mu nua ne omo hwa na ye mo soldier for the gate for them say na ti be hwe obi anim ti who tribe owo say em zo mo kokasa. But you see the fundamental principle I'm picking through her say it shows say and yet was a phone on Kwan as a my day at all.
Yeah.
Misu behim no. Ye background check need Tracy. Dex more no more Sebu or Marshall Mokan was added.
You are crying over free was
or her name be free me crew was antating and away the stranger may say Manufa Ikrumo. Oh, there be said here, Sebu will be anywhere or didn't 7 Kubet any papaya day, a crum quite. My name for your chromo. But I mean, it's a very sad thing, and there are two things I'm Busamo. First one is, I mean, beyond the politics, and now I host my own Busamo who say, and how come about but Busamo who say, and you can yet another part of what by Mupa and do we see ya? And how will the media take it? And when you are ne se nipa bonifo di oman so a oman ni di apenie oman ne kwawre hom ne aka nsema kese enna me nwa ojiba afike afi omunyina omo he. But you see me, I see it beyond the esino where on the 7th of December no enipa ka ho asema be see ne but obi anya dey emfi se obekaya on the 7th of December and mamemfa we ntwam sa president a ennuanu mandisifo wono mo da na die and the level of taggery any attacks a womo de call state institutions the yisi and pink sheets no ni adana. Believe you me, elections in this country is never going to be the same because this obi aye dey aboa no ho obi any better obi aso aye dey any better no so wono mo start ade o yesi no the broader problem started from the 7th of December. Yetuaba. Now, cry the abattoir in the history of the Fourth Republic, you know, the biggest defeater, your party because of an big endorsement.
And Nipano Crow lead the MPP. 14 hours after election.
Yes, and on that, phone will be a blame Dr. Baumia. You see, me, I've always maintained, say, if there is any other test on, are proven to be most consistent, most truthful, and most reliable is the test of time. Nipa board Dr. Bawumia nyina so bo say o I'm protecting MPs or ye ntem hwani me na me ka che say ka Dr. Bawumia delay extra 24 hours ka ho aka de nkofo yi command say command say because you start you almost start if you say you start here na you shipping ships me boa afi ye hu MPP ni a ne abo asom ye hwe ne betima boa ye mu ma ye mu nkwara ne ye praw afi wo he social media ye say the 5k men kwa ha ye see police station ye ko ECG office ko pamo mo ye ko Ghana gas ko pamo mo PMMC for ye omadwuma wono de gold uko I export to destabilize yanka say ECD okrom ha no comment to say ya emya pani gabi acha osara jada ko na fa gold ako gu papa ye ni mase ya na krom ha utimi tam gold e de ko airport e de ko how de ko na and unfortunately people believed it ye ko GPH meboa wono ko GPH ni pa kan ye no momo maka ye din ye say MPP for na ye de ye kasa wonum ko ECG e ko say ho saa ye say MPP for na ye de e kasa one thing so mo ko she police station one thing nyina ho asem and this thing kept repeating and kept repeating to the extent they say womu free state properties wonum e ko even now attacking private properties so the state property na hu say wa buy about overwhelming endorsement ya de ma wunyina we are not satisfied with it o de also the coup na office constitutional coup na office and also we say state properties even private properties no more attack papa we magdan ada no ntene no omko ho ene na me no kasa omko 2M express
2M
wachima bwaje ya me fani crazy say 2M express nkwa so no mbaje ba asese no no mo dia say na hey fana ye kwa na say ye no ane say na ye dey me hey fana ye kwa ya ye bedru ha say but you see the sad part is say ye ka civil society organization Franklin Kudjo no no so mo de omo so mo NDC for HWC prempen mo yi mia mo fa pani ekoku azar no ni nyina ye hwe mo na yesu mo edru the last few days of the elections they criminalized Akufo as if say Akufo do why boni bi kura o mamu ha na yesi power no enti omo enomu hu sa do my koso nyina we watch all this thing amane koso and unfortunately people were emboldened by this ye ka no there has not been a single occasion that President Mahama condemn and I'm saying on this platform say or endorse the koso something how come
the koso no President Mahama Jitu.
Yes, from the 7th till today, honorable, someone does what? Can't condemn me. Has there been any single arrest? So that immediately.
But I want to say police for IGP or
has there been any single arrest? My people by Nibako and so on cost baby CCR. There is again Jubia. Honorable comes to a dinner say a NDC for. But you see, if you are measuring truth, there are tests for measuring truth. But we find a logical consistency. Edi enti na MPP ni ono ya to abama na walusu ba 1.7 million votes ni bi an parliamentary seat ko ede walusu say ni pakro no sa afa atade sese okọ ECG akopamo MPP ni a perceive MPP ni o ECG asa akwatara kan it doesn't make sense logically it's not consistent so enti say me say so one endorse akiachi obi edi from 7th ebe si da kwa eso en no anya bo so me IGP ni kurom ha mamu ayi kwa ncho monte bia ma me nche ade adekunti abi hu se wo endorse na ye bo apayo no de ti america sa na se hwe so obi be commit crime on ye fe be police intelligence me security expert na ma me nka nche wo se ene ma no susu na so se mante bia plan se ye kwa attack president and vice president in the office and say if police for better wono mo be prevent won be a friend proactive policing.
Yeah.
One be prevented class for you at the corner of the Omokoye. I don't know your attacking state institutions in your monte. And the back of you, about series of attacks from free SSS from Kwara. How many haven't we had? Close to 100 of them. And we be any police person or say on picking intelligence say go for you say no stop. Now has there been any single arrest? Because they dare not. They dare not. Who's to do? Ada sami Janvianga. Sami Janvianga said before 2020 election, what can say? Police in the military for one more tenor of office, you could terminus with that of Akufo-Addo. One thing so use bro for business. Make come and tape. Could terminus. Say no na ABC away. Now your police in Yakaja say, we tenor office, and you could terminus with of any say. That of the
but you have a duty to protect the country.
No, but you see, let us pretend. Reality is reality. Who now what duty? No duty no. And they say you are no adwania. Who duty no? What you crab? Omakura beka so yekohwe ni onim nyansa. Krom ha besa.
And Ghana first again.
No, but you see, now Back of can say, you see, the politicians also have a duty to bear when it comes to this thing. But me, I'm always biased towards state institutions. Many may say MPP and this any politics, but there are some institutions, whether state or private, we should be very careful not to attack. And now no me obedient come on say Ghana crown, say kwaji loans no money IMF ni adia. There are instances here fresh ante hene. E man no ye dey atum. Yeah. And I'm say, eh, na when you ha I say, Papa no, wanya hwe Kevin Taylor no money, Captain Smart no mo titi social media so bietimi kaka bibi achen. Because you see, the reason why I'm here biased towards protecting state institutions and certain individuals, they say, they are the only thing that we have. We may lose trust. I don't know, Back of Fikan, or Abokan. Was say the judicial service. They say they are too for more, and then the case, you will limawa, yenyuntum. And then the old, because I said that we. Let me say you are changing Namni Amawa, and you say about the Alpha home. And when you don't come, what go for any Massia Bissine, and now go for the next judiciary and 1.2 way, and why we, and on average, the sad part is say, who compare by data, cases MPP lose who has way in power were more than the cases that in this one. And this is really more cases, politically perceived cases than the MPP. That's why even in power. That's the data. By yourself, one more good science institution way. Enti ya so ma I say no we trap man ahead I say no tintin. And for now there maybe edru no ye nyina yensa guebo egu achi say ne se bi ya da ne ma wo ya ekrum maybe edru ya dwatoa no maybe edru tem bia maybe o say obey ndai ye mom say be institution bia entwa ya ntu bia na mo kwa na o ma wo krum mo kwa na abusafo krum ha. And you see that also shows the lack of confidence in their own 24-hour economy. Honorable, na 24-hour economy no. We so be create jobs. Ama on crop for run shift. We dey find say MPP for nka ho. Wa on crop for. Enti wo gidie we mu on crop for no wo gidie o 24-hour economy ni ma. I don't know mo ntwen. Na on create nyuma na for bi. No munya adwuma nye. Ade na say we ko attack private concession. Eji one name say private concession. And they have the right based on this constitution of Ghana to defend themselves and their property. And it is not the case say police soldier for no for no so more running ready bi no makọ say galamsey for bi no makọ mo. No, rather it were people who were emboldened by political party activism. So no mo buy yes and makọ. And the sad part is say one almost say one ba attack even the security service. Now where the said the honorable kind this time around we are all behind the Ghana friend say armed forces because you are here and also say and also quite fast Friday aba. Na midisi no ade ba ko a me pese me twe ye nyina adwin so ye opani bi a oka asem bi opani Martini Mola no so for Germany na asem oka ye say first they came for the communists and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists. I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists. I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. And then they came for the Jews. And I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one to speak for me. And the idea, go for me na enya na me de emfame ho MPP fo nkwa na e ka no o kira ye be say bibia say MPP fo na bi e ba be say won no bi anya de anyhow. But really very finally I think let me just touch on the bit of media we know. Okay. I'm not me try DB. Me say I also maintain that there is no greater threat to our national security than the one perpetuated under the umbrella of journalism. Ade bien who are threatening your democracy, you threatening national security, you say, Obi, I said a better radio, so no the radio ni more cutting and no ye and summer emphata. Odi and summer emphaquem. Because one here, and I mean there are instances, one journalist has been able to destroy a country. Now can we feel say I heard movie, I can free internet. But this is the classical manifestation of what an abuse and weaponization of the media can do to us. And then one person has weaponized the media. Where they know, Sabe no ye no so mu ye TMPP. No so mu ye de Tia Akufo-Addo aba meboa. And Akufo-Addo is no more. After all, Nyankopon one top man amazing for. One more mpatawe. Echi wode omko boss asase no so. One one say ntwa mo han kan say na okura no sa asase nkwa na ade ye bad ase na bi we Egypt. Na fire circle back. Ade ke na de nkwa na ho. I mean the people always have those sentiments. nti ɛno deɛ ɛnyɛ news aban bɛba aban bɛkɔ but you wogye adeɛ bi a wowɔ adwene ne sɛ wonyansa no mu no ndi diem no wode saa aban no by inciting public anger by inciting political party people wɔno mu yɛapromise ɔmo 24-hour economy a deep within them they know that 24-hour economy will not solve their problem ɛma ɔmo kɔyi sɛ they hwere ɔmo life a we are saying say somebody like Captain Smart should be brought to book saa GP no from the 7th of December ebesi nnɛ 20th of January until make one arrest, then he has no need being there as an IGP. On through.
Right, madam, see, I've been working where Asaasepa 107.3 Atumpan Juma the Nimidin the Bonohen Bafowa. Honorable Michael Ochibefi, MP for New Drabin South, former Deputy Minister Trade and Industry, lawyer Kwasi Kwarteng, a former spokesperson, Ministry of Education. Quickly, young share Professor Kwasi Prempe Constitutional Review Committee. The Constitution, you know. Hena ye wuramu a ebetimi aboyen and then ye expect say e be free mo aba mama starting from about chibefio brago mama starting from
me that's be I think sir anyone question go how was ibisa constitution reforms especially the team na aban e dia tudwan ye ni problem bia ho san say constitution ye iso ache aban aba atwam no o make effort to review the constitution ye nanu say President Atamels, they are different currency or make effort.
Yeah.
Yura, Nana Kufuado, also through the Minister of Parliamentary Affairs, also making some effort. I'm making some provision, review document be available. I bit me a share, Abua among the agement. But there are key questions we want more say. One, Ghana for episode who say constitutional review na ye no. Intentions that day. What is the spirit behind that action? CCIN 10 times out. These are questions that need to be answered. Because as a binding and trans cry, you know,
abandon settle
and settle there because you need cabinet cry in place. You need a minister for you need minister for justice and can also coordinate your way. You need bimbo. And why the rush? Abai no a whole na questions be
who say bibu actually
nti ye pese ehu what is yin na Ghana for you all right to say what see ehu the intentions of government maybe what my enim and I be one right then certain people ought not to be there on the committee because Ghana your position a crowd LGQ what LGBTQ or ZY whatever. Ghana's your position there is here. Abangwe, the chairman of the committee, you know, or a strong advocate for LGBTQ. I mean Ghana, yegitum, but he is the chairman of the committee. Being a chairman of the committee, you know. The influence of the committee,
of course.
So we have to look at all these things. He may not be a practitioner, but he is an advocate. And being a strong advocate, you know, and no see a fan of grosso.
That means in here class or
chairman. Very important. The dear grow, that's a shady kake. Your fan of a grosso say, and no, we may get it wrong. We shouldn't take it as grosso. Yes, I'm it didn't go say
suspect bibiana, smell bibiana.
Madri yam say, I bind no intentions via Ghana for him. I'm economy. The intentions don't want Ghana for him. Oh no, they should come clear and tell us why the rush. Because the husband said, I'm advertising your intentions clear. Actually, prior to the election, say, your chance of
review constitution, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, constitution used for a very long time. They had 9 elections. They had produced presidents. And Bikini said, there's nothing wrong with that. Obia them say, but only ministers in place. Why the rush? That question must be answered. 2, certain individuals on the committee, especially the chairman of the committee, ought not to be opposition almost. They shouldn't have been there.
Why?
Because they have come out clearly. Ghana for say high empire. President Mahama ekache Ghana for nyina say Akufo-Addo should sign one sign Akufo-Addo support to LGBTQ
plus.
LGBTQ. President Akufo-Addo supported the number of a signing or assent to bill a law. Now, it clearly presupposes say who your opportunity no one day no one obey. Now,
which Oshia clergy, no, okay, also Assemblies of God.
Now, what about sign here? I will not allow you to change the conversation. Will not allow you to change the narrative. Old Mrs. Ano, and it's not something young Basso. Parliament started from a child over to the Babaso. A bath in a bath. Say, we change narrative. You better turn up
or say a parliament, I spy in TSA. Most side the parliament.
It will never happen. Emrano has already been passed a parliament, a presidential assent or assent. Why assent? I'm not gonna phone there who said,
okay, it's bill.
Come on.
Okay. Oh, and this MPs and say any lawyer for Winum say spy.
How? Because parliament. We are saying because to not sign, but we say you can still call. I mean, parliament is still working.
This is all majority.
You just to say, or buy in a different form. Never yet say now it is part of the human system. Well, it's even what say encapsulizing.
Or see family and family values.
So that it will be criminalized. That's what they want to avoid. Here, Obwa, because what can you go for Zika? And the campaign, into you afraid.
What did you go for
These are the people who control the world. I don't control you.
But do you have evidence to
many evidence? But I'm saying it. Many evidence to make. Say, these are the people because they know Obiani enough for. Yeah, but President Akufo-Addo, ebe president. Who said President Akufo-Addo was associated with Ngofo a omo yes I be obruche. Yehu picture bi ana yehu bi asada bi yehu ye. Yehu. But with President Mahama, ye gire yehu ye. Say the enough for die. Enti omo man iska e de be adwuma. Now person chiji inti be say there are some people are they ought not to be there.
On the committee.
Not two. Committee way. What's it? Committee way a committee. Ebeye Juma Boa Constitution we are. Do you think Charlotte Osei should be the one representing the electoral system in Ghana? Or committee so? Now no you better here. You go have crowds at Roba. Yeah, you go have group house at Roba. Yeah, can't come because become mammy night. You remember us here, also Yakra. What are you talking about? We're not kidding. We mean business. Said, we say, yes, yeah, POB. I'm not representing the electoral system. Our committee. Was what? When I was here, the longest serving person. After on why elections will be received here. On no starting any year, Juma. Oh, how many was off an account? I go fashion to say. I would say, Diago. There should be a representative from the National House of Chiefs. And him, Sam, also be also. There should be a prominent clergy or cleric also. Committee, no. There should be somebody from the security service also. There should be somebody from the student wing, young people, or represent the student. So,
that means the composition of the committee.
Me say intentions. Me as I'm making tea. I'm making a very serious statement. And me can be an be a cat. Me more free, and I don't stand to be corrected. Me say, if the intentions of this, whatever they want to do, constitutional review we on Potomoye. If the intentions are so clear, why the rush? And Kophobia or Mubu, I don't know what I'm going to count. They have a hidden intention. I'm telling you. I don't stand to quote it.
And then I want to say, Womutim.
They have a hidden.
Maybe me didn't the bono in the baffle. Me trim who free with Asaasepa 107.3. Yeah, Chia Hokakra. Honorable Michael Chibafi. Their intentions na unimu Ghana.
They don't have intentions of one. I'm going to win him. I'm going to win him. As I say, over so yadiano. I'm not so you know. Over so yad now to was yet, yeah, the constitution. We need to as you who almost consultative assembly. No, I'm calling anymore. Not possible no more. Not possible. The writers of this constitution, some of them are alive. A very say Mampong, as well Mampong, he was even a chairman of the committee or something. Some who told him, constitution. Why haven't you brought all these people? Later they sent lawyers who are parading themselves on the street of Accra. Say, the best legal brains in this country. Come on. As a young how we have seen lawyers, prominent lawyers, hey, boom, sorry. What are you talking about? When you join CSOs, now we say, we are lawyers. Who told you that the academic qualification and just your brilliance in law fraternity? And Mokofa later they saints, lawyers. When prominent lawyers are almost who have written their names in gold in the annals of the Ghana history. Me, who you told they are dead. So we be nana so ho. Afari security couple some ba use constitution with their juma retirement chachusikata a legal luminary but somebody a strong mind like that now you phobia Charlotte say Charlotte say yebu have crowds adroba now we don't need to sit down for these people to take us for granted. I just want to say, and I'm saying it in confidence, say, we have gotten to a stage in our history. You hear say, I was say you need down. Because say, you need now and go for one better only green better than blue. Because I dream with him. I don't want to say it, but I know. Meaning power.
That means that we are Ghana, bro. Because the whole constitution, constitution is the teacher minor, and he said, "Will be Bopobi, I be capture minor now or the year Coquay."
They say constitutional review no more.
Okay,
constitutional review no more. It was saying young Kofua, only the constitutional age. And then you're excellent, one of the best constitutional lawyers in this country, and was several from the lower courts to Supreme Court. What should the would be. But there are some people when you go somewhere, they be carrying Tiana. Charlotte say, oh, hey, Mentia said, Charlotte say, oh, hey, now you say, yes, Ghana, actually said Ghana. We have not written it down. But you say, you support a friend saying same sex marriage. But there's somebody who strongly advocate for that concept.
It's
the public knowledge. Obianim, and this person is the chairman of the committee. Say, Obetia for so no one my national constitution. And the end is if when you're no. I'm telling you for fact. I'm telling you, end is for say some judge, some judge say, let's see, on Prince Mahama, some judge, what would you have balls? What are you talking about? Election appointment go emodi ya book for the emodi also you say yeah emodi
say be on appointment
oh what be that
sure minimum the parliament minimum 4 years a week
okay semen aka no why can pay this about party about on appointment
me say appointment we no I no asem no that na e be
am on fan nya hwe
me say you dim so appointment ye ba ne bi ne enti no where do I to no unya kasa na wonu tia president say cream Okranko 4% and person more be that. Now Okasa. It's no the NDC for tensions no almost say and it's somebody H every day.
Professor H kwasi prempe.
H kwasi prempe number 2. Say the beya you be a man and memma atum awari atum. You be shame. That's why I'm telling you that's what they want to do. Oh, I'm telling you this, but I'm afraid of them. I'm telling you the reality. They say that is what they want to do. And you know say there are some people that at that time legal brains like CRAG crap,
VCRAC.
We have people like that here. Some who are part of the writers of the constitution should be I think they were all there. They're not too simple. Mampon here say ahoy. These are the serious lawyers. Yeah. Lawyers in Penifo Chrome how.
Okay.
And your lawyers in none and lawyers 1 by 3. Right. I'm going to see us and the academia. They think they are the best.
Honorable Kofi Bafi me basa see ya enche be about 20 lines no. I mean call lawyer kwasi kwatin ho on 0577771073 enche about 20 lines no Facebook live Asaasepa 107.3 Asase 98.5 Kumasi Asase 99.5 for Tamale Asase 103 Cape Coast Yankee FM Sampa. Brakazi, let me tell
you. Honorable Fire on Constitutional Review Commission or Committee, say there are different school of thought or home. Proponents or Mojitum say the Constitution should be reviewed. Now, one more believe say a beer as at the time I hear Constitution, and the intent of the framers of the Constitution. A lot of things should be reviewed. Never development ahead.
It's very possible. Yeah.
Because people argue, say, Ghana a constitution, a political constitution, then a developmental constitution. And a political constitution there, we share in terms of the framers and not more the political stability.
Of course.
And for that matter, no, I will say in their reviews. And one more based on argument from the facts, if you look at even constitutions all over the years. One has to do with 1960 Constitution. We say 1957 in independence. 1960 near where Constitution because at that time near Republican status. And 1960 Constitution also no. And also Sabra Mutu President Goma. Adebako for purpose of education. Adebako is say as soon as a be kubia na say you two democratic dispensation na day ego and as that particular republic na day ego. And for that matter, a new constitution will have to come, taking effect from the next republic. And that's how come I say for the fourth republic. It means here two about we are in the fourth one in political stability. To hear 1960 constitution, 69 constitution, 79 constitution. Let us say two constitution and now my democratically elected presidents are me sana egua. Say the about 1992 constitution. One of my proponents believe say. Constitution should be reviewed because OSHA more of a political document. One more journey say if it's in 1960, it be 1979. Now about 2 near the adults. In 1992 Constitution, they said that the to me Emma, the executive arm of government, and they say one who said the bear one meeting me and protect you so the bear we can enjoy political stability. And a lot of them the argument and they say so far as within the fourth republic, for Republic, yenya President Rawlings, yenya President Kufuor, yenya President Mills, yenya President Mahama, yenya President Akufo-Addo, and President Mahama aside and yenya 6 policy 6 different presidents. And people believe say a 7 purpose ahead every. Now the constitution then should now be developmental. One more school of thought. I mean I accept some of their arguments, but me no, and yet I believe in that school of thought. I'm of the view say. The Constitution of Ghana is one of the best documents that we've ever had in our history, and even the history of this world. And yet, Constitution and necessary on my. So
you should keep and maintain the
yes, because the Constitution itself gives a choir. If you want to amend it, you can amend it. Whether it's honorable the son or a member of parliament. Article 290 is clear. 290 and 291 are very clear. 290 talks about amendment of entrenched provisions. And it will say, "Bibi o Constitution in what bono osienya Constitution na makwaya." What is the whole point about reviewing a committee reviewing another committee's work? I mean, you get the whole point.
I'm getting
you. You say, oh, so share now your political document. The Constitution itself gives room into Babia, and that is also the view of former President Akufo-Addo. He doesn't believe in say your wholesale approach because I say what should I first who identify problem? Let me tell you. I said that's about no more Ken must go. I was one of the proponents who never believed in Ken must go. Because Ken dollar about than any city 1 to 1. No. the variables that were influencing the dollar has nothing to do with the finance minister. The variables influencing the development as a country, it has nothing to do with the constitution. It has more to do with building strong institutions and strong people. Strong institutions, strong systems, and strong people. And the opa constitution, may I find come America for. No one believes American democracy in our cost. One more constitution that has gone through the test of time. Near Famraha. See, you need good institutions, you need good systems, you need strong people. It has nothing to do with the constitution. Mean to me, the direct correlation and war of mind development in the constitution. The me no, I align more with proponents on believe say no, the constitution itself gives room for review because see, so okay, Bono history will tell you 2010 Professor Mel set a committee, Professor Fiagbajo committee, say review. One more review at the report by. One more report on the buy. Only Professor Mel's administration here. One more for pen. If it be white paper. White paper here say recommendations are making. One or my opinions on it. It's white paper no. Or Chelsea we mejatum. We minuntum. We may have a hammer by. We mejatum. We minuntum. They made all those things so the cacao was white jatum. Kona enyense say any day. Yanuntum. The news and also no na yewura 2011 on the recommendation but in 2012 we had an election and you must have a trouble about there one more make some mistake this one ko constitutional friend say any review bia any recommendation bia no body to go one more we need 2012 election at the buyer and no they had 2013 up till friend say 2016 you want anya ho hwe I mean, of course, for President Akufo-Addo, he's also aligned with me thought to say the Constitution in Article 290 gives a no man who quiet fast.
Yes, be a personal review.
Personal review, and only but for avoidance of that, let me call 290. 290 was an amendment of entrained provision. Maybe 290 was this article applies to amendment of the following provisions of the Constitution, which are in this Constitution referred to as entrenched provision. And you will know maybe ha so person will amend that. Ebu ha no go through referendum near day. And we train provisions no watch the quite fast here amend no and the provision bia wo say ehu ni obi a mindful baby edu no you say I obsolete I cake we need improvement in it no so you even entrench article 290 ma ho kwan you hear 291 so a bill to amend a provision of this constitution which is not an entrenched provision shall not be introduced into parliament unless e ma kwan nyina e fast here dey amend no. It means when people are setting up committees, say, yeah, setting committee to review. I've always maintained that more or less it may be just waste of taxpayers' money. Because still, Professor Mills said, no, not a presidential committee. President Akufo-Addo wasn't a presidential committee. Yes, I then Parliamentary Affairs Minister, Honorable Sechemen Zabosu. And on one year at the ministerial level. And I know to me, I'm say. The last Friday, I'm a President Akufo-Addo every office in a committee in doing document here. And the President Akufo-Addo catch up say, I can only serve as a conveyor belt. Now me am the next president. So you're interested in implementing and why? And President Mahama so about when President Mahama mandate to the Amasanko for T mandate in the bono. Mandate omo ye say one mo review Professor Fiagbajo mo adwuma omo ye no. No more say review mame kasati no adwuma omo ye dey no ansa no makasa adwuma we nyina dia bom e dia brand and people are also speculating say a way one more person propose say we kura the presidential way no tenor no should be extended and no if that is the argument entrenched provision there are ways to go about it. And what is this whole point about? A committee. Unless, of course, say, we betima convincing me kwati say, and yes, a constitution. All of a sudden, dollar will reduce, fuel prices will reduce. And no more, control the variables, control the basic things that affects our lives. It's not the constitution. There are all the fine laws in this country, but don't be a problem. Your problem, let's say. When it comes to compliance and the general performance on compliance on basic laws, basic laws, and road safety laws, we have road safety laws and compliance so poor. About for instance, sanitation laws, compliance so poor. You'll be irrespective of view or power and business. And for me, I don't think the constitution is a problem. People feel say you're delegating so much excessive powers to the president. Me, I don't believe so. President or person offers so many powers to no. Because the executive arm is still there. People also believe, say, or friend say, an appointment of friend say, in a way, I can say, my legislature near strong, and Kayamfa, Yeni, sa, constitutional provision I say president appointed for instance a number of the cabinet the ministers in free parliament majority of them from parliament but you don't necessarily need to review a committee to do that. You can just amend the constitution. And the constitution itself creates room for a review and a possible amendment. To me, the basis of setting up a committee. And you see, when it comes to that, one of them because maybe they want to be seen or they may have their own interest. They will also offer this opinion. So the committee also gives room for the constitution itself. It may amend the constitution. Other than that, why I didn't kasama kwama who will be also to correct now. You will still have to sit down and create committees. Say your first message we are now benten. And you see, it's been a recycled thing from 2010 till now. Yeah. And I'm telling you, say we so it will be this because we need like omombo kwa proposal ba. One more proposal ba recommendations by no for political expediency. So what is the point? What is the point? Jimmy, there. I mean, there's nothing to do about it.
For me, I think naturally. I mean, you need constitution said it here. I mean, you are running constitution from colonial masters at the time. You are running. With
1960.
You make up from the 1946.
Alamban, Sanamone, Gorgeous Bag.
Ebaya, Bedun, Kroma, Buzia.
And Kuma sister Buzia is 69, 79.
Liman.
Liman no more.
Rollins Liman, and Ebaya Rollins. Now, this constitution have two different aspects, entrenched aspect and the normal insurance aspect. The insurance aspect of the minimal lawyer can easily be reviewed. And the constitution make a provision for it already. And even a council or parliament, maybe was simple. But the treatment aspect, which maybe borders on maybe boundaries of the state, borders on citizenship, borders of fundamental human rights, which are very entrenched, and man saying, if you want to change it, just about a matter of doing a referendum.
Yes.
To change those aspects of the constitution. The constitution, and yet idea I was like, why the rush?
Why the rush?
Why the rush?
Why the rush? No, and our composition now. This is the first time in the history of any constitutional review be here. Our numbers no in Tasum. What the head the year in no, never go for more and no numbers no. Numbers in Tasum. We no one's in Tasum. Nippon also cry the quality of Nkofo. Some of them. Issues.
Right, members see me bar, you ever vet in a course, so just a bite, nafi, yeah, sorry. But my 20 lines on Brana song on 057-777-1073. Honorable Michael Chibefi, Ewaha, lawyer Kwesi Kwatin, so Ewaha. First caller, Ewa, Manos, Mamma, Ninkomo. Hello, good evening. Free. Nana mebacho jina so kakra bi ma me na monya brututu ma me why right meba sisi ya tweme meba sisi ya quickly ya hwe vet ne course honorable Henry Drus Erikopoku mia menu abe makwame Abuja omunyina ko vetting committee so and so far so good ya hwe the committee it seems say committee chair no complain be from the minority afenyo markings say I saw what control more, I saw what tia more. Na yanhwa no yi a Haruna Drusu titru by because of lawyer Kwesi Kwatin former PRO for Ministry of Education. Me ba cho no ma tutum tu betimi aba homa no so on 057-777-1073. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Me ba cho din ba bia tia nka free.
I know how in champion because people care to my area.
Na me ba cho tie o.
Going Mr. No Tempi, Mr. Manquanca. Delegate system, no, is not honorable. Eka, say, and what? Oh, the Ghana for you, Nipadia. Says a yo, say a deal. She delegate, a Juma, ye. Name me a delegate, the police station chairman, I will book as my hair. Yeah, maybe to be done by Juma too. Echo your party, a Juma. Now we are non delegate, you know, who call you a Juma. Utika na ubenya no over be my enemy ma o ne nche o but me jai madwuma to ho e ko ye party na dwuma na do 4 years na say bia parliamentary candidate no e bia nipa mienu amasa ma say nipa mienu na ba ye mi ba bia mi yi manim ko ye honorable yaya katumata no no people men sanko for me menya bi so atiase it is say bia wo ye mi neighbor na me wo ye business o esumi mi jai madwuma e de ko ye party adwuma wo business now ye sika no di bi bre me it is something about 24 am ye to su nienu ye coordinated 120 executive omo di nkrofo bi o say ye chairman say constituency chairman o ne yiri e ye delegate the my delegate
Meras ma fufro ro hello good evening.
Hello.
Radio setting kofo mu di ba bia ten cafe.
Pacho I anga to me.
Anga to me ba to me ti o.
107.3.
No I am so be. Maybe ada mapede MPP what shall say we be do adwuma pa on delegate system no. Across here, papa, 20. Yami ya dum na sa bada what the schedule ba. That's the first now us we for. Na ebu ba party no. Other say ekonko be ma. Ofe ba ko obaman or chairman. Ne woman organizer. Ne ba yadam. You put 4 and 5 we na we ba ko na yin na ma. What our kwabia do in the delegate system the first now when you for in. Na ba say oh yeah, President George Dramani Mama. Okay, what number sir? What the gas system? What the year campaign? What the CNPP? NPP for the what they about Obama? What Ghana for to us what the two about the Mahono. But it's a trouble. Boy, you know we are go, Papa. What mother, Major Mama? I'm not on the capo.
May I say hello, good evening. Me wa chodi ba bia oti en cafe.
Asaasepa obiase.
Me ba so ma yinti o.
Anandi bro hine
7.3.
Nipa bia nyanefu ono nkasa personal ayi. Che FM stations, radio stations nipa ba ko pe wako. E de enko a. Che ye wo producers bebre a omo ne Captain Smart aye adwuma. With the various FM stations. My brother say Captain Smart, the car, what dear free maho. Ma, we bro today. The near no, I didn't pick up. Captain Smart, they said, you see a cancer. Omo hepa. Omo better and fuck Captain Smart is so now a giant Ghana. And then no more Piaba. Check some George. And then one time, get them. It's a threat. Honorable, first, a quanya, some George, no more fast. Every year, a good word on Poplano. Massa, it does a cocoa will be a noon by that 2.3.
May I say hello, good evening.
Hello.
Maybe I told you to be at ten cafe.
I'm going to friend Kwame to see Cafe New Town.
Kwame mean to.
Normal day, Kaka, say, I was a Ghana for any Ghana paying for. To ahemfo ene mom paying for mu na more money down because aban we are aba no wa hwe ya constitution ko better san if you was Ghana for paying for more money down because to trust more money campaign any other being na na so ma for ma na kunya na atra so no enti was obi biara ebo ne ho ban because man paying with the we just you go on and nothing. Because a 12 year and conform with the trust them a month for a big and sure and some as police before dying near the day. I can and send you the Nano. He's our my way out of the crack and want them to that.
May I say hello, good evening. May I told you to be at ten cafe.
No, we are Patuni.
Atuma into a freaking temple.
Mamenda was say, I'm braving chia honorable or name me brow can. In fact, I'm Romakasa. let me show what papa here memma omo MPP mo betimi akasa what was it no kan na e no kran sampa fe onambo oma sebi ni wo kanu na ni abria wo kanu because say emi si pona say omo ma say omo tikini say emi si oma no ayomo dia eleshi ma ko ma wi mu ko fo shishin yama mu ko fo yetu transam kuma parliament tin kashi wow ase o mana se so jamambo mu no mo pese o mo sandi e ko na ani chegi o ma be na yesi o mo pese o mama bebu die ba che entity4 de nyesa na siri e peno mo ma yen kan ye gumu
hello, good evening. Good evening. Eba chodin ba bia tie cafe.
Le patron me dit le patron c'est me katafi Kotoku.
Mami ncho fi Kotoku.
Le patron problem na you want say afa delegate. Delegate we sem do me ko benya o na me to aba. Dem honorable Makoke Lucy and delegate we sem. Maybe a delegate but before e be ko internal election na ye kokoyi ofro no. Omu ye di fimu ana omu di be chemu nti omu ka che platforms no omu ka che say wa open no be dwene na enye campaign wa open no tina obi bi e be nti that the problem do me ko benya problem aba no nti delegate system e say yi free na say wa we ka very member na we member bia no be dwene na yenko but say delegate mi de ye be bo bi na koko ti che free difference ni de be bo bi o ti se wa nabi.
Baby, hello, good evening. Eba chodin ba bia tie cafe.
Yeah, good evening.
Opa udi ba bia tie cafe mi enti o.
Kama hizo nikaza free body yake.
Mami ncho free body ase.
Yeah, delegate tena kan yi fi okra. Na caution me people ko bo ba. Oh, delegate onye dum bia edu onu mani atiko chef fridge. Ne TV. Oh, see me ko tabana. No. Na caution nto omuchum kwa.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Eba chodin ba bia tie cafe.
Cafe Saman Kese.
Mami ncho free Saman Kese.
Kono he any MP any woman studio any agreement delegate system ne there. MPP more than so many years ago. I think the cost MPP down for pa. It to about more bit of delegate 4 years. 1 year she use police station come constituency constituency police station. Aka 1 week ever to about so be one. Wa ko di diska. No be a dey do say ko to in general election. What so no go to about my MP and go to my presidential. So go. Oh, it defeat na ba ne there. Even though be spiritual aspect na ka ho the physical you know so ka ni na delegate system. This MPP version ma tremu. No be to me to be an kebe bo mo mo de ana side no mo hwe ne ko so
hello, good evening.
No.
Good evening,
bro. We the meeting at Nana do regular caller.
Nana Michio.
Yo, Michia honorable at your Bessie. Yeah, may I done the papa. And yes. On my normal social at your Bessie. Wakasama many pass. I need show more. This parliament no makono. Mamu deja mu NDC for no. First no I say oh I end up for but this bond no mamu hu ni sao. NDC be jano ya o ya da some twinche. Yes mu that party parliament there. Omu yin da some twinche. There some trend this is some trouble. Na sa game ni sa yin mu there. Media mama there on tin sa yin because on adafu. I gave penny fine. Tenya do better. Don't say, or say after the empire coach and call out. Who's a way? MP before you saw me. Almost here, MP for say a man. Almost coach I'll call them more. The end of the job was almost say, President Mama, I say, after the empire coach and man who student and one went this form diabolic year.
Hello, good evening. Young last 2 callers. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
If I told you about your take cafe. I jam it too.
Honorable Atibeti and India, the Mamma. Now, what was that? Mama, what's that you to? And then, Honorable Atibeti, Mokafa. Yes, Remo, Parliament way, Mamun Jamu, NDC, and Yenipa, Yenu Mudi Sagrono. Eti, Okujato. Onu na nanado. Ekotna gabi otidako private jet mu a anka den na beti Ghana. Ghana mamu mi enye
Asaasepa no.
Ekotna gabi otidako private jet mu a. Tete jet na okotra mu no. Otra mu free. Anasa o man no ebe ya hoka. Mr. Mu Parliament. MPP for Parliament. Munche. Na mun count to Fabia no.
May I say hello, good evening. Good evening.
That's fine.
Maybe I told you maybe I take a free.
Come in here because of this region.
Come in here into your free region.
Yeah, I want Udia Quata to be Udia Quata to be no more. Woman, I wish for Yako. Asa, growing where you, the meeting of that Akonamikua, local for you. So just wanted to be and the writing on the air. Would be about when you the same thing, education answer. Because you have eaten this 1 year. I can wear it before. To the
Mamma for last caller, call us Modos Mamma Fanchain. Hello, good evening. You're bringing tea.
Hello, good evening.
Maybe I told you maybe I'll take a free.
Isaac Kaswa.
Isaac coming to Africa as well.
A born in a constitution, you know, a year, you know, meaning because constitution is a year appointed to be as Minister of History, Minister of Geography. And interest of Konako, Yeska, and I say, Koyani, program a work on and say, whom you know appointment and wrong people at the wrong position, and only a program. Your constitution a be review. Yes, it's not whom you know and wrong people at wrong position, and only a program. I war my with us.
I say, call us and China, much as I'm doing, a muti and pass, but quickly, Yabrana be a chum crab, but Ghana Hudo, and I'm Hudunti, and Ose Brokers Wabre. Rosia called vetting, and I have no juice in a Pokumo. A vetting committee. So far, so good. You have already pushed off the chairperson. Why heavy, Yanko? I
think so far, I think Akoye party in make MPP. Yeah, so focus. You got caution. You're so focused because you're tired leadership. Leaders no more part or more parliament. You got cost leadership. You're time cheaper. And doing so far, all better numbers on the appointment committee and also, and so they all say, and who say, and this for more tactics. Oh, they say, near become. Who say, I'm more numbers, not saying, the young person will be on bay. But we are sending a strong warning to honorable here for or a gentleman, Union, Parliament or Kangofa, and this side, you boon power. As a matter of fact, over Parliament, like I said, parliamentarian Ben Pan, a bunu pa, and this side, because of Bomino and Amiensa, Union Film. He's very, very well respected, and our conducting who ye in Parliament, and he's extremely brilliant, exceptionally brilliant in parliamentary procedures, and any Juman Casa. Into funny Niagro, but the Cocosono, we are telling him, and yes, ye buno. Near Casa, a penna semtino, or by person by your pet. Because appointment committee, the internal constitution, and if standing orders of the party, am I standing orders of the house, am I to be see young vetting ministers? So the bear, you may same near Huni Pound your year. So we say a Jumana, a Sunny Amana Jumana Manaye. Enti, dear na, as a person who intimidate ye. Honorable here for, Mr. Speaker. Dear now, person who intimidate ye. Then our person would disrespect and call for. Well, we are trying to also give the first time or the first time is the opportunity no among us. As I appear, that's almost true.
Yeah,
they cannot even talk. But that's not the way to go because you're near big sour mind with that. In Kofi, I deputy speakers. Or my first deputy speakers, or my chairman, your wife, who was the chairman of the vetting committee. One yes, honorable I here for. May say, we a gentleman. Parliament, mechanical natural. You can say you will be power.
Right.
You're finding Niagara crab, but on conducting who ye. So far, I mean, it has not been so bad, except say, a comment go jadi and a pet, and then say, CBPP, Woma, but you say, your reservoir assembly. But doing this, when he was the ranking of the Roads and Transport Committee, now me a member of the committee. Your baby and your presented numbers now. No, not to become before.
Or the different figures about.
You because a roads 8,000 kilometers. No, because there be 200. No, because. Or don't go on maybe you numbers free. Goja, Kenyan Kolao. You try Ghana Hano. When you were the ranking, when me and Fayan Kokosi improve, right? What do you say, Jubano? Now you are pretending to know better than Obia. Also, having a occupy position.
Right.
I think maybe apart from that, Poku an excellent. I don't agree to went well.
Right.
So far, so good.
Lawyer, yeah, call me too.
Let me say, I think I've said on so many platforms, when it comes to the optics, they are particularly about constitution of President Mahama government, and them say he's been able to manage it so well. Now, the reason is Oba will be a good well. We say about for ya need 2 incumbents, no more before the year on a day, a 2 no, and 2 baby no, will be your boy also, and the